Hey guys, or whoever's here already. Hang on, I'm a little bit I'm already fucking up here. I should have turned on some lights and I should have poured myself some tea before opening up the live. Either way, as you guys can see, we're starting early today. I'll go ahead and introduce this before, or open us up here before I run off again. I got done with the dinner I was going to early. Ended up coming here, and it just so happened that the panel that I ended up finishing up in time for was the freaking anime panel, the Fujimaru Doesn't Understand panel. And we can't show that. So right now, everything is muted. Everything is obscured. There's not much I can do about this. I'm not seeing anyone in chat yet, so I don't know who's here and who's not. But if you're new here, because there's a good chance that people stumble in here looking for FGO year one, or not year one, day one stuff for the 10th anniversary. I'm not directly translating this. I study a little Japanese. I don't know enough of Japanese to do any live translations. I have an AirPod in my ear along with the headphones or the speaker you won't hear. If you're looking for a translation stream and not just a like this is a reaction through and through. If you're looking for a translation stream, my recommendation is To Love Trouble on Twitch. I don't know if he's on YouTube for this one or not, but he's on Twitch for it. Go support him if you're looking for a direct translation and that's what you're here for, because any translation I get out of this or that I communicate on the stream is coming from him in my ear. I'm just listening in. Hey, OCSJC. All right. I hate to walk away because I should have done this before I opened stream up. I'm going to give you guys a quick chair stream. Shouldn't be more than 2 or 3 minutes while I turn on some lights and pour myself some tea. Okay. There we go. Oh, hi, Amia. Okay, there we go. Done. Should have done that to begin with. The 10th anniversary servant. Look. Obviously, the 10th anniversary servant is going to be the King of England's throne. The throne of heroes himself. There you go. Y'all are going to need to understand today I am going to be operating on nothing but caffeine and cope because I am tired as all fuck right now. After yesterday's stream, I didn't get sleep very well and I had stuff to do, so I didn't nap in the afternoon. I got up early for my day job. Today is going to be a fun stream. I'm not expecting anything to come up in this early time we're here. Quite honestly, like this panel is all just new, like little shorts for Aritsuka Doesn't Understand for season 3. Nothing's crazy is going to get announced. We might even, especially on this panel or the next one, I might actually tap away from here and we might play some games for a bit, just until the staff talk starts, because that's sort of the first real panel where we can get some stuff on. Staff talk's going to be mostly an interview, if I remember my previous years correctly. Mostly interview with the development staff, but towards the end, the last few years at least, I believe they've been revealing the at least the first set of summer servants, if not both of them. So that's what you should be looking out for today is the summer servants. And then there's the Tight Moon panel as well. Let me see if I can come here and let me take a look. I want to... I want to take a look at today's panels here. So, because I don't need to watch the anime right now. So this here, I don't actually remember what this is. I think this is this is the drama log. This is the drama log here. I don't know what this one is, to be honest. This might be a voice cast thing. This is not going to be one of the bigger panels. I'll click into it, take a look at what it is, to react to it if it's something I can react to. But otherwise, yeah, I don't expect anything here. What you're looking for, and this is why the stream was originally set for 9 p.m., is this one here, Staff Talk at 9:20. It starts 9:30, actually. And then we actually have to leave the FGO channel because it's a little deceptive here. I should actually probably tab over to that here. YouTube. No, I don't want to watch my own Xenoblade X stream. Type Moon. So this is the confusing one where they shift us over here. And, oh, no. Oh, that's Studio BB, no wonder. Of course Studio BB has nothing on their channel. They have nothing produced. Oh, duh! Oh yeah, wait, I almost forgot. You guys wouldn't have heard that. I have desktop audio off. We will have desktop audio on for some of these panels. Just I turned it off immediately to start for the anime panel. This is the one. It's Type Moon Times. This is a wild card panel. God only knows what they're going to announce here. My suspicion is that they at least give us a release date for Hot Water Roxy, if not a shadow drop. But this is where you're going to find the stuff that's just not FGO. So if there's going to be anything visual novel-wise, if you're in it for the Red Garden Cope, this is the stream you want to watch. This is also if we're going to get any trailers for, like, say, Mihoyo. I don't know if they... Strange Fake is its own dedicated panel, I think, tomorrow. So I don't expect any Strange Fake news here. Strange Fake is going to... I believe it is... This is the big one here, the live show. Strange Fake is... Actually, I don't know. We have a Strange Fake. Strange Fake is, to my understanding, it's exclusive. I guess it's exclusive to the live event. So you have to actually be in the building to watch episode 2. We've known that going in, and there's a lot of Doom posting about that. And I admittedly, I got a fun little crack at the Strange Fake Doom posting. But I'll be honest here. I'm actually kind of hopeful because it's only at the live event. They're not doing what they've done previously, where it launches day and date afterwards on streaming and is premiering on Japanese TV shortly afterward. Which tells me one thing. It tells me that they have the episode is done because it's premiering there. And they already have a planned release date for it. That's not the anniversary. Makes no sense to not release it online or available outside of the event if it's not going to have a if it's not it doesn't make any sense to do that unless they're announcing a TV broadcast as well. So there's my other cope. I'm coping that a Strange Fake TV broadcast actually gets started here. Yeah, Tacos, I'm starting a little bit early. We're not really going to do too much early here. I'm just kind of perusing the channels, and I might pop open a game. Otherwise, we're chilling. This is just a chill because I have the time and I didn't feel like trying to take a nap and wake up from a nap and get up and get ready in time for the stream. So, technically, I am actually in the in Discord today. Oh, Strange Fake's on Aniplex's channel. Okay, thanks for that, Tacos. I see that now. Copy. Oh yeah, I can open this. It's not going to be you won't get to watch the episode on YouTube though. Though it is good to know where the panel is because I can actually tune into that. So this is tomorrow at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Okay. I need to check some of these start times. Live show. Okay, yeah. FGO, the big one is at 10:30. So tomorrow I'll try to watch the Strange Fake panel. This will probably be our censored panel. But this is where you'll find news for Strange Fake then, if there is going to be any news or discussion on that. But I can close out of this for now. we'll come back to this when that starts. That's probably going to be our last stream we watch of the day. I don't really feel the need to watch the drama log. I'm not... you lose a lot out of it if you don't speak the language fluently, you know? But I'll love to see, like, when they did the Avalon LaFay drama log. I believe people went back and attached the voice acting to, like, CGs or scenes. So I'll be curious to see when they do stuff like that. But for tomorrow, what I plan to watch, I at least plan to watch the FGO Fest 2025 live show. There's almost no way I run late to get to that one. That one starts, I think, at 11, but it's 10:30 start here. The stream itself starts at 10:30, but I believe the actual event starts at 11. But I also might try to make that Strange Fake one if I'm back in time. OC4, yeah, no, I definitely don't need to be tuning into that then because haven't read OC4, like actually read it. Yeah, so that's the plan here for these slower times, because like right now I have the audio muted. Yeah. It's Ritsuka doesn't understand. These are entertaining. I'm getting nothing out of watching this though. Just kind of spoiling what's going on for myself for when I do eventually watch season 3. I don't think I ever watched all of season 2, but I do want to watch that on the channel actually. I think Seki get a kick out of it. So we've got about an hour before I need to like actually be at attention. So let's see here. Can I start a poll? Can I change the answers? Yes. All right, so I'm putting up a poll. If we feel like switching, we can, but I'm gonna give you guys 2 options for what our filler can be for today. I've still got, let's see. Oh, I can actually give. Do I give you 3? Do I even have a third? No, I don't really have a third, so I'm just gonna. Okay, how do I... Is this... Okay. There you go. There is a poll in chat now. I think you are right, because that is OC4, just looking at the logo there. But I put up a poll in chat. This will be our filler stuff whenever streams get... Either there's nothing I can go over, which is going to be the good case for at least... I can't really do anything for the front half of these streams, and if I get in early tomorrow, I'll have some stuff to do as well. This can change. This is just for starting. If I feel like I'm getting bored of one or the other, I'll switch to the other one. But this is something we could totally do today. Give a little bit of time here, so I'll give it till 8:10 before we get anything going. That said, I can... 2 votes in out of 8 already. I'm going to at least get a little bit prepared to be booting up FGO here. I'm not going to... Y'all... Oh, I guess I can feed you sound. I just won't have any sound. It'll be funny. I could feed you guys the game audio, or I can feed myself the stream audio. If I wanted to, but if y'all want sound, let me know in chat. But otherwise, I'll probably turn it off just because I'm not going to listen to it, and I don't feel like trying to fight the desync issues that usually come with this. Because I haven't solved those yet. I have not bought myself a new dongle. Where is that dongle, by the way? Did I put it in here? Okay. I'm going to keep this out. Regardless of if we immediately do it or if we Melty right now or if we do FGO. I'm gonna need this out for if I switch. Cause I'm up to playing Melty online. I'm just gonna get my ass kicked. So I don't know how many rounds I'd go. So I have a strong feeling there's gonna be some FGO grinding. I will close out a Trubs' stream right now though. For anyone just arriving, this isn't a translation stream. I don't know enough Japanese to do a translation stream. If you're looking for a translation stream, either go to I recommend either Two Love Trouble's channel or have both streams open at once. But yeah, no, this isn't going to be a I don't have the translation chops to translate this myself. I'm just gonna have Trubs in my ear for any and that I'll turn up and listen to if I ever want clarification on what's going on. If you watched my my reactions to everything last year, it's that I pre-recorded. It's going to be the exact same setup as that time. Okay, we are. I guess it's closer than I thought between Melty and Seraph, so I can put the dongle to the side for now. It might not be the blowout I thought it would be. It's a little bit closer. Oh, we're tied. This is. I need someone to vote. Someone, if you haven't voted. That's it's 8 votes and currently I'm seeing 7 concurrent viewers. So we're split right down the middle. This is fun. Look, if we end up tying here, I'm going to. If at 8-10 we tie, I'm going to do a tiebreaker. And I won't tell you what my standard on the tiebreaker. Hey, Nady. There's a poll in chat. I need you to read both options and vote. We need a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker. You can look at chat if you want to any persuasion, but I need someone to break this tie for me. I can minimize this. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, though, is on my phone, I am going to set an alarm. We'll play around with it, though. Basically, I want to set the alarm so that when they're starting their wind-up on the live show, I'm starting the wind-up on getting going for it. So that's an AM alarm. I need to go to PM. So for 9:20, which is when the stream itself starts and they start filtering in with ads, 9:20 we will start we will move back to the stream no matter what we're doing. Turn my volume down because I'm gonna add a song here to this alarm because I can pick this. Where is it at? Probably be at the very front. Yep. All right. My alarm for today is set. I still need one person. One person to put a vote in. We are still tied on Melty and FGO, and I can't start until we break this tie. It is 8:10 though. I'll give it 1 more minute. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. If it's not broken at 2 minutes, I am ending the poll, wiping the results, and I'll tell you how I'm deciding it right after that. Like what? Once it's decided, I'll tell you how I decided it. But also, like, come on, guys. You have the if you haven't voted yet, you have like full say in what's going to win if you vote now. For today's at least first filler game. Oh gosh. Okay, nothing coming in. Frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna assume everyone in chat who can vote has voted, so I'm gonna end the poll. All right, guys, have at it. Melty it is. Melty got the first vote. We're going with Melty. All right. Boot up Melty. Give you guys desktop audio here. Eliminate the obscuring spell. Switch scenes. Reopen Melty. Let me know if there's any issues with you guys. I'm going online. I'm going to get my ass handed to me because I am not good at this game. That's why I'm not good. I actually was... I practiced a lot back after it first released. But I just never... I didn't keep at it after all the DLC had dropped. Okay. Network. I'll start for now. Well, first I need to select my character. Who'd you all think I was picking? I'm fine randomizing the stage. Okay. Okay, is this how I can do a private room? Create room. Room name. Oh, I can type this. Okay. I'm just going to call it NikNak room. Keyword. What's a good keyword? Rejoice. Room capacity, we're going to have it at max at 8. So technically not enough for you guys, but not enough. Set number of friend invites allowed in the room. I'm going to say... 0 for now. Connection speed restrictions. I'm not placing restrictions because this is not a competitive setting. If you have shit internet, or if I have shit internet, we can tease each other. Okay. We'll do winter states, I guess. Keep it at no settings. Friendly match. Rematch limit. Only battle until they win this number of times. I must keep that on default for now. Rounds to win 2. Round time normal. I don't know. Okay. Okay, I've created the room. I hope I did that right, guys. If you want to hop in, you can hop in. If I don't get anyone for a while, so I'll give it 10 minutes before I really go oh, maybe we need to switch this out. If I don't have anyone after 10 minutes, I'll shift into a public room where I'll get my ass handed to me even harder, most likely. Evening, Zerahura. I will put the keyword in here. Keyword rejoice. Pin message. That should let you guys find me. This is what we'll be doing at least until I either get bored or until 9:20 is where we'll be playing Melty Blood till then. I can go into training while I wait. Just set that to arc. Sure. This is just a training setting. I believe. Well, there's only 9 viewers in this chat, so I'm not expecting us to get a lot of people in here quickly. So, you're fine if you need a little bit longer to get in. That's fair, Nady. Oh, you're right. There is no game audio. Good catch, Tacos. There you go. Yeah, I turned the game audio back on for you. Okay, I need to relearn my combos here. A lot of the Melty combos are similar, but let me... Oh, that sucks, Tacos. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get anyone in here, but we'll see. I'll switch over to some online if no one has the game to play. Where is my... One of the rumors I saw going around for the FGO Fest today was actually some Melty Blood DLC. I don't necessarily believe that one, but I saw it at least. Those are moon skills. Moon skills are moon skills. I know those actually off the top of my head pretty well. What I need are these specials, so... Ooh, that was it. Right, what I did there was... I don't think this game is getting more deal. Like, again, this is not one of those theories I was putting any stock in, but there's been like the director of Melty Blood or something like that was throwing around hints at it, or hints at more Melty Blood in the future. It could be a sequel, but I feel like the sequel wouldn't drop till Red Garden drops. So. And, you know, I'm not actually that hopeful for Red Garden this year. It'll be funny. It'll be awesome. But I'm not necessarily expecting Red Garden, to be honest. Okay. What I was trying to do was swallow, drop, and Tengu strategy. I can do Tengu strategy. Swallow, drops on me, so side, down, corner. So it would be there, down, there, down, corner, there, down. It's just Neko Art Chaos is a... Oh, I think I see it. That's it.
ったわね。
So midair, down, okay, so this is a complicated one. Does that damage? No, it's just a dodge. Okay, how do I do this? Return to the room here. Oh, okay, I see Dohi Wario and OC Man JC is in. That's fair. Don't worry, Dohi Wario, I'm rusty too. This isn't even the character I spent the most time playing back when I played the most of this. The character I spent the most time playing was actually Dead Apostle Noel.
食後の運動といきますか。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。カウンター。くれ。どうした。カウンター。式。甘口ですね。カウンター。冗談。痛いじゃないですか。軽いのでは。踊りなさい。し出しにしてあげましょう。来い。いや。カウンター。危ない。えい、おまわりだ。あれ、もう一度軽いのだ。もっと踊りなさい。えい、スイッチが KO。まだやりますか。ターンはマジックサーキット。ファイト。入る。無駄だ。深くでないよ。さあ。終わりですか。やうか。勝負。縫い止めましょう。一戦。正確。うかつない。あなた。こまらびだ。甘口ですね。やうか。痛いですね。眠りなさい。いや。くれ。辛口。負けますか。最高。見せてあげましょう。ダウンター。終わりです。生振り下ろしてよ。遅い遅い。
Taking it to a final round.
追いつけぬ。バーンはマジックサーキット。ファイト。テイト。やっとい。深くです。まだまだ。甘口ですね。終わりです。花を流理炭がまだまだ。軽いので。
Did not mean to activate.
見え見えですよ。はい。これがさだきの雨です。やっの。やっぜなの。フェイタル。 踊りなさい。差しにしてあげましょう。ついて浮かせろ。さよさよさよ。薄緑天神宿入った負けません。カウンター遊びが過ぎたか。
All right, technically, I think that means you're good to play if you want to play for a round. I'll just watch if you guys are gonna go around.
Here, Karisはニューチャレンジ。
There we go. The meters, Dohiwara, if I remember right, the bottom meter are your power special. So I believe it's your C hit or your A hit. I can't remember which one it is. The hardest hitting one. If you use a special while doing that, it'll drop the more animated one. The top one are your instant specials, which are activated by a combination of A and B. And then you can do, and then you get an extra power. The magic circuit counts. You get an extra one, which allows you to use basically your best super. So there is a super available even at third level. And what you're doing now is if I'm not wrong, where you can use your specials maybe infinitely while that's active. That's unfortunate, OCSJC. I'm sorry your internet's not cooperative. That's fighting games for you, though.
牛若丸さん、行ってお願いします。喜んでお相手つかまつる。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。
Ooh, look at that internet speed.
いざはっいざカウンター参る。すごいやこまらない。遅い遅い遅い。薄緑天神宿波。さあさあさあリカバー一戦かやカウンターやこれなら一戦通さずリカバースピーディーに俺やこれならどうしたやっかさあさあさあカウンターこれならリカバーやせい俺うかうらさあさあさあいざ転身この遊びだカウンターさあさあさあやっすごいうかつなり トントン拍子と言いましょう。バーンはマジック倒れません。ファイトキャッチ俺いざキャッチ俺いざすごい向かってシュッシュッよいざ敗北慎重にやっお兄さんこっちカバー俺ハイアングルトランスファー当てますナマスに下ろす当てます止めキャッチついてこいいざいざこれならいざ着地この場合捉えたカード強行突破深くいきます KO 次のウェーブに向けて極上の塩を送ったまでファイトダウンターいざ生スリーいざ変身コマ遊びだまだまだ来いこれならそらくるっとこれならシュッそらさあリカラこれなら急速旋回待ったなしこれならこれなら俺チャンスついてチャンスついてこい向かって参る着地花を有利弾が一つダウンター俺くらえコマ遊びだ慎重にKO
Well, that was interesting. Haven't had that many connection issues in a fighting game since Smash Brawl. I see what you mean, JC. That was some fun internet there. Not that it's a problem. You don't have to go because you have bad internet. This is not very serious play at all. Alright. Since you guys are doing the kindness of running a match for me. Oh, no. I'm going to step away to use the restroom for 2 seconds.
T.H.E 反応確認鎮圧します戦いになるといいけどオープンユアマジックサーキットそこでファイトダウンコーナーキャッチやったわねいって当てますダウンカーやったわねこれでもらったこれでもこのターン慎重にこれでも捕まえた慎重に消えなさい着地
Alright, I'm back.
私まだイエスも
I actually have heard this compared to Fighter Z.
やったわね このバウターごちゃごちゃうるさい。よっと逃がさない。諦めません。もらった。こっちよ。はっリーザキャッチ。まだまだ。えいおりゃー逃がさない。見える。もう一丁着地。潰れちゃう。そこね。これで上がる。急速旋回待ったなし。やっこいつ。
What character? I guess you can't type right now while you're fighting, but I'm curious to know what character you picked, Wario.
次のウェーブに向けて準備を。ユーリン後悔しても知らないから。はっファイそこね。このゲーム飛び出け消えなさい。着地アタック当てます。飛べこのはっ消えなさい。これでそこね。いや、あだチャンスこのまだまだあだ急速旋回待ったなし。いや、これならまだまだそこね。あだリフのキャッチ。これならどう止めの急速旋回待ったなし。
Hey, Seki. Gee, thanks for popping in to annoy me, Seki. Thank you. You showed up just in time to watch me get my ass kicked at a fighting game.
Here comes a new challenger. Ushirata Maru-san, 一手お願いします。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。そちらから向かわしない。はっ。いざ。はっ。イスカバー。イスカバー。着力。アクセル。これ。くるっと。これ。キャッチ。えい。よっよっダウンダウンキャッチおれダウンダウンいざ停止ダウンダウンやんのキャッチついてこいリスレイ着地捕らえたカードチャンスついてこいダウンターおりゃー KO 少しはサーバントらしくなってきたでしょうか。 You win.
Right now, Seki, we're waiting for like the more meaty streams of for the anniversary to start. So I'm playing some Melty with the community.
諦めません。一刀両断。カウンター。諦めません。カウンター。当てます。やってしまった。ハイアングルトランスファー。せい。うかつなり。KO。遅い遅い。それでは追いつけぬ。マランユはマジック倒れません。ファイト。こまれいる。おりゃー。あれ、や、当てます。やー。なんだってチャンス。おれ、やー。せ、チャンス。うかつなり。変身。うかつなり。入る。やっ、すごい。ミスタード。カウンター。いざ。変身。ナマスに下ろす。通さず発揮必須。
Ah, I timed that wrong.
キャッチ。俺。キャッチ。俺。ついてこい。鳥かき様。刻んで神経を通さず。一斉。よっちゃっちゃ。無用。
There we go.
兄上には及びません。出直してください。ユーウィン。
Still got a solid 40 minutes. Yeah, about a little less than 40 minutes. A little more than 30 minutes before the next before the stream starts, so we have some extra time. Ah, Miyako.
よし、行くぞ。時代はわきまえている。首は取らんさ。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。そりゃ。よっよっ。新脚。行くよ。おじさん、こっち行け。このやばいな。向かつなり。入る。いざ。じゃら。まだまだだよ。はい。やるか。このヘスター。行くよ。そりゃ。カウンター。飛んでけ。捕まえた。カウンター。そこに乗れ。この野郎。くらえ。カウンター。入る。無用。いざ。トントン拍子。ターンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。カウンター。飛んでけ。カウンター。カウンター。よっと。うかつなり。飛んでけ。くるっと。うかつなり。ひよひよ。チーズ。やば。うかつなり。よっと。これでも。くれ。
Oh.
ついてカウンター。入る。よっよっ。まだパッパー。ほい。はっ。捕らえた。
Damn. That was risky. Risky and did not pay off. Okay.
白いマジックサーキット。ファイト。カウンター。入る。いざ。レイト。カウンター。カウンター。カウンター。カウンター。
And there we go. I love when these matches are coming down to a final round. Oh god. OCSJC, you wouldn't make me. You wouldn't do it. No. You monster.
気をつけな、飛び出すぜ。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。
Oh dear god, it's even more horrifying with the lag. Oh, thank God. Oh, what did I pull off there? I can't tell it's a combo and what's just lag. I have vanquished the menace. Yeah, no, that was traumatizing fighting NikNak while it was extremely laggy. That was horrifying. It's like he would teleport. How to play with NikNak. There's no playing with NikNak. NikNak plays with you. Not much, you ball. We're just playing some Melty Blood to pass the time. I started early, so we had time to kill. This will here. I honestly, T.H.E Wario, Guilty Gear, and Grand Blue, those fighting games have had a lot more longevity to them than Melty Blood type Lumina has had. I don't know all the details, but I know, I do know for a fact that that's the general consensus, is that those two are just the better fighting games. Though I do want to try the other fighting game that this dev puts out. The it's got Shion in it too. I think they just call it Elton there. I forget what it's called. Undernight and Burn. Oh, yeah. Undernight? I don't remember if that's right or not. I think it's Undernight and Burn. Oh, I need to. Really? Huh.
挑戦に応じよう。合戦でなければのびのびと。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。うかつらうか。入る。無料程度。やり返しますね。ここから。あいにくでしたね。おれ。未熟。この程度。やり返します。なんの。どうです。おれ。セク。おれ。おれ。いつかこの程度。この程度。やり返します。諦めます。ここから。捉えた。駆け抜ける。どうです。いざコマ遊びだ。どうです。セク。ついてく。浮かびより。カウンター。ここの壁は走りやすい。ターンはマジ続きといきましょう。ファイト。ほら。やり返し強い。あいにくでしたね。やっ。カウンター。どうです。この程度遊びだ。無料。やり返し強い。この程度。無料。諦めません。ここか。花を竜理炭が一つ。ここから。なんの。あいにくでしたね。コマ遊びだ。KO。
Let's see.
Smash
Bros. Oh, I love me some Smash Bros. You want to know who my I guess my name's changed over time in Smash Brothers. I'd say the one I go back to the most though has been Shulk. I go back to Shulk a lot in Smash Brothers. And it's not because I'm a huge Xenoblade fan, actually. Because I'm one of the people that got into Xenoblade from Smash Brothers. I just like playing a Shulk in Smash Brothers back on 4. and I ended up sticking with him and picking up his game to try it out, which was I probably could have saved myself a few hundred hours of my life if I hadn't had to make that decision. You know, no regrets. Hero's fun. Exploding.
私の8極拳受けてみろ。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。サウターサウターサウター。いざこのキャン俺冗談こぼ遊びだ。まだまだやらせたな。負けないよ。鳥垣様、刻んで神塚。
Ooh, we're cutting close. Oh God. Okay. And then, sorry, I want to go back to talking Smash Bros. Just for a second. If I'm thinking about any other characters I play, what else did I play? I played the broken characters when they were broken, so like Meta Knight and Brawl, Bayonetta and 4, Cloud and 4. I love playing the broken characters just because they're broken. But other than those guys, I think I played a little bit of Duck Hunt in 4. And I think Ultimate, I played Pyra. I like playing Pyra Mithra as well. And then, yeah, Pyra Mithra and Byleth I like playing in Ultimate as well. Besides just like if I'm thinking characters other than Shulk, and I enjoy playing.
お願いします。マジックサーキット。ファイト。今当てます。飛べ。刻んで死んでよ。浮かすなり慎重。踏み込め。くる。当てます。よっ。どうだ。
I wish I could help you though, Wario, because I'm not familiar enough with the game to know what might be causing that, or if it's a keyboard or gamepad issue potentially. I'm...
ラストアークフィニッシュ。遅い遅い。それでは追いつけぬ。
Along with the super.
まずはマジックサーキット。ファイト。お倒れよ。まだまだ。ポー。ダメだ。止め。チャンス。それ。浮かせない。
I think regardless of how this round ends, I think this is the last round here for today. We are hitting past 9 o'clock. I kind of need to go to the restroom before we again. Trust me, I drink a lot of tea before the stream. Alright, that's where we're gonna end it for today, I think. For Melty Blood, for now. We might come back if we have a little bit of a break later, but I don't think we will. Not today. I'll see what time I get in tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll see what other stuff we can maybe poke around with. But yeah, we're done for today, I think. Alright, I'm disbanding the room now. We could do more of that in the future if you guys want. I enjoyed myself playing with you guys today, so. Okay. Yeah, staff talk's in roughly 30 minutes, so I'm moving us back to the stream here, down here for the staff talk. This is going to be one of our more important streams, so I want to get things going. Yeah, I got to get some more practice in on Melty too. I've been playing a tiny bit, but not really. Like, you saw me today. Some of that, like, I wasn't starting to get into any kind of groove till around the end. Okay. I will be right back. I'm going to put up a obscuring Tomomo just in case. Actually, no. What we're going to do is I'm going to send us to a waiting room altogether. So y'all just stand tight or sit tight. We'll be back. I'll be back from the bathroom in a bit. Might be a second, but I will be back in time. Swear. Happy 10th anniversary to Dakota Doyle. I'm back. Let's see here. Dakota Dawson. I wish I had popcorn. Popcorn would be actually pretty nice for now. Maybe I'll think of getting myself some kind of treat for tomorrow. Normally I don't eat outside my eating hours, but you know, having a treat while watching the like a popcorn or something while watching the 10th anniversary of Chat could be kind of fun, actually. So no, I see Alex Bubble there. Nothing has been missed so far, FGO related, I don't think. Right now, in a different stream, this one live down here, it's a Tacos outlined up there in the chat that it's just a talk with a few of the roundtable VAs. But it's if you've seen like the VAs faffing about on stream, it's like a longer version of that. Not that there's not good content there, and I encourage like listening through it or looking online so you can find like some transcripts, some what happens in those, because sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're informative. They can be a good time, but there's just not much we're getting out of it stream wise from me watching an interview that I've completely untranslated. Even here with the staff talk, and this is actually why I didn't stream this last year, these announcements, this very well could be a pretty boring stream on my part if like it's just interview for an hour. So we're gonna see how things go. If I see something interesting and I don't immediately recognize what's going on, I'll like basically I have an AirPod in my ear under this speaker with Trubs' stream in there. I'll just turn it up a little, listen to see what he's saying, just to get a live like translation, and then turn it down once I kind of know what's going on, or once I've heard the reading on what's happening. But yeah, no, there's nothing crazy's been announced so far. I guess I saw on Twitter earlier today because MP was freaking out about it. They announced a collab between a model kit company and Fate Grand Order. So there's some Fate Grand Order model kits for people that like model kits like that. Right now, the only one I don't think it was Jack Ripper. It was someone in there, and then I saw Castoria is getting one. So if you're a fan of model kits, that could be pretty fun. But so far, that is the only news I've seen from FGO. I even perused Twitter a little bit a moment ago while I was in the restroom to see if I missed anything from Fujimaru Doesn't Understand. And you never know. I mean, Fujimaru Doesn't Understand is how we got the Takeru announcement a couple of years back. So okay. I haven't bought my paid quartz for JP's GSSR yet, and for the Destiny order. Okay, so Alex, well, we will likely have some announcements today. The staff talk we're about to watch, at least the last 2 or 3 years, it's revealed it has revealed the Summer Servants. At least the first 3. I don't know if we don't always get the welfare early. Sometimes they do the welfare at the actual event, and I think sometimes the Summer Servants some of the Summer Servants are revealed at FGO Fest right in the full final stages, and sometimes on day 2, and sometimes it's revealed at a different event. We should be getting at least 3 of them today if patterns hold. And then as far as anything else, you'll probably actually get some quartz out of this. I believe the staff talk usually has its own separate quartz reward, if I'm remembering correctly from this, because they usually have individual quartz rewards for different stages. But we'll see. This could actually also give us an idea of what the quartz rewards might look like at the actual 10th anniversary, because on years they're not giving out giant dumps of quartz for things like for easy things like story completion. They give them out in higher quantities to celebrate the stages. So if you see like a big quartz amount attached to this, and you see a big quartz amount attached to the I don't know if the Titan Moon one would have one, but like another, you'll probably get 2 increments of big quartz amounts here and at the 10th anniversary stage. Not guaranteed. They could do a smaller amount and then put a lot more on the 10th anniversary stage, but that gives you an idea of what kind of quartz you're getting. Oh, Summer Passion Lip. I'm gonna say no. I don't think the the Sakura 5 have any focus in this summer event. That's my gut feeling, though. Just because they were maybe had such a big focus last time, I feel like they would need to take at least a year off. Also, we know for a fact it takes at least a couple of years for Nasu and Takeuchi to catch up with the desire, like the hardcore desires of the fans. So, good chance they don't immediately jump on Summer Passion. I think they hear us at this point. They're still in the middle of the last stage. It should be ending in a minute or two. Like this stream should be starting any second now. It's going to start here, and it's just going to be ads. That's why I haven't unobscured the Tomomo. The Tomomo is still obscured, at least for the moment. I need to refresh my Trub stream because my alarm just went off and I think desynced it. Speak of the devil. There it is. Stream just started. Nothing's going to be announced yet. This is good. It's officially scheduled for 9:30. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this chat here too. You guys can kind of see the chat to the side there. Tomo's actually not obscuring the top and bottom of that, but that chat is going to if that chat pops off about something, that's a good indication, or get an idea of what the community is saying. And I have enough screen space here for the main event as it is, so we're watching both. You guys can say hi to the JP FGO chat that is significantly bigger than us. Male swimsuits. Yeah, they usually do give male swimsuits here. They usually do give us male swimsuits. A MASH summer costume for a paladin mode? They could. They could. The problem with the summer costume for paladin mode, though, is they would need to in some way story lock it, whether it's a story lock quest or a story locked full event. And I guess the last FGO or summer was also story locked to get the welfare, but that's kind of why I don't think this one's going to be story locked. Not in full anyways, because story locking this one right after the last one and story locking it to a chapter released as recently as Metatrona, as OC4, it would be kind of rough to pull that. I genuinely think Paladin MASH may have a better chance at next year or the year afterwards, unless it's just like a little one-off free quest you could do to get her swimsuit, and not a full use of a new swimsuit in the story. Nothing started yet, Kumajoro. The stream has technically begun, but it's not really going to start actually showing anything for at least another 8 minutes. And even then, they're probably going to do some faffing around. So we'll see about what happens here. Welcome back, Seki. How's your trip going? I honestly wish I had prepped a bingo card, but I don't have the patience for bingo. For prepping bingo cards for these kind of events, nor the creativity of it, because I'm either going to go with the obvious stuff like free quartz, GSSR, or I'm going to be like so wild, no chance of anything happening. I'm not going crazy on the bingo cards this year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year if I think about it in time, we'll do like a bingo card creation stream where we give each other ideas. For 4 hours. Oof. Are you on your way to something or on your way back from something for 4 hours? Ah, on your way to something. Okay. I didn't end up needing these today. I'm gonna put. Ah, you're on your way to Troy. Nice. Troy. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. You guys are stopping over places, so. I'm gonna put this away. I won't need this today. I'm gonna keep my capture card plugged in, and I'm gonna have the HDMI output kept the same because I will probably end up doing a little bit tomorrow if we have time, since we did Melty Blood all day today. But we'll see. Okay. I don't actually know if I'm playing NA. I won't be a problem with NA. NA I could totally do some grinding. He didn't deserve to go out like that. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes until the staff talk. If you're an FGO player, this should be your second most hyped stream if you're an FGO player. Unless you're like me and you're really, really looking forward to that the concert at the very after the show itself. Actually, guys, on that note, the concert, I'm going to be watching it. I'll probably watch it on stream, but it's going to be like this, where it's muted with a Tomo in the way. It's like you aren't getting the concert out of me at all. It'll just like it's just going to be basically me chilling with chat, listening to some good music that I can't play on stream. Good morning, Sai. Apologize for the Grand Rider since you've been very busy and Ryoma's not ready to become a Grand. That's fine, Nady. That's fine. By the way, Nady, while I have you here, no. I said I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't. Oh, 4 minutes. Wow, it feels like it's been longer than a single minute since I gave my last count. That's depressing. That's depressing. You know, while we're chilling here for a second, and while we've got another 3 minutes before anything even begins to start happening, I'll be right back here. And I'm back. I told you I wasn't going to be that long. Oh gosh. I've tangled my wires. What have I done? Ugh. So guys, this arrived in the mail. If you're in the Discord, one thing I should do is I should kill my Rejoice Pin comment now that I'm not streaming Melty Blood. This came in the mail. The Septim arc is officially releasing in English for the FGO Mortis Stella manga, and I gotta say, I'll have Seki read this eventually when the second volume of this comes out. The Septim, like Mortis Stella, is genuinely fantastic. Like, Orleans was good. It's better than the original in my opinion, but it's more like better in the original in the way that it was streamlining it. This is like, they took everything that they didn't do in Septim, that you wish they did in Septim, and they kind of do it here, a little bit at least. I need to see how the arc ends up, but this is making me actually really like this is probably my favorite arc so far. Like, just halfway through, it's my favorite arc of the manga, for at least Mortis Stella, if not all of the FGO manga, period. But then again, I've only read the Shimosa manga, which is a good manga, great artwork. But this one's doing doing a lot unique here compared to the Septum chapter. So, quite honestly, this is going to go up there with other like this might be up there in terms of like FGO manga worth reading is the Septum adaptation. And we don't have to wait that long, guys. I looked into it right after I read that because I started to realize, oh, I can't wait another 2 years for Septum Volume 2. Oh, we're starting. We're starting. While they're loading people onto stage here, since we're not doing an anime right off the bat, I can at least get rid of the obscuring. And I can even get rid of the let you guys hear some desktop audio of this. This is just game soundtrack. But the... What was I saying? The second volume, yeah. The second volume releases in December. Like, it's pretty imminent. Where you guys will probably have off the shelf for more Stella Septum. Oh, what's this? Oh, you're just spoiling that, aren't you? Is this a trailer they've shown before for other stuff? Is this just a little like promo for the entire 10th anniversary? Strange Fake episode jump scare now. Maybe I'm honestly, I think Strange Fake's actually going to get a TV announcement. A broadcast season, and it's probably gonna be sooner rather than later. Oh, they're gonna show the official cosplayers. This is the staff talk, right? Staff Utoku, yes. They're just bringing out the official cosplayers. They couldn't give MASH a replica shield? No! I'm sure it's up to the cosplayer themselves to make, but like, if you're gonna invite a MASH cosplayer, and she says she doesn't have a shield, I feel like you guys should have those in a broom closet somewhere. Like, I thought they had to pull those out before they put Albert in a couple years ago. It's kind of dirty. Usually on the show floor. Oh, just give it to the MASH cosplayer then. It's not Olga of Kiev, Seki. Wrong Olga. The Muramasa cosplayer is actually ripped though. What the fuck? Oh look, that's a good Koyan cosplay actually. I actually like the last two Annie Servants, Justice. You and I are going to have to agree to disagree on that one. I can't be mad at Space Aresh, because Space Aresh was my brother's most anticipated servant. And I would have liked them to separate Ash and Summer Morgan. This is a JP stream, I'm going to spoil that. I would have liked if they had separated Ash and Summer Morgan. I really do like Ash. And I'm glad that the Ash design is not openly Summer. Unlike something like Noct Nerea, which is like, it's cool we have Noct Nerea, but she's kind of locked to being a summer servant, having a summer outfit. I'd like her original outfit, please. Finding a Gordle fan cosplayer taking selfies with him. The Babylon She cosplayer was pretty good too. Did you go back and look at Muramasa when I said he was Ripseki? Kept his gains for 3 years straight just to pull off that cosplay. No kidding, Tacos. No kidding. Look, at the end of the day, I guess it's easier to hide, if you're doing a Muramasa cosplay and you want to do it right, you do have to get ripped to do it. Like this Robin cosplayer, pretty pudgy as he wants. He can have a little male, what's it called, corset under that. He'd be fine. That is a nice U-bow, though. I like the U-bow that he's got there. Takasugi's not bad himself. Oh, this is the third year's Muramasa? That's impressive even more then. Hey, an Ash cosplayer. Why is I looked at the JP chat and the first thing in English I see is Baksheen? You're in the wrong chat, man. Some of the outfits are pretty cool too. I'll give it that. There's a couple I'm not a crazy big fan of, but like Takasugi's actual outfit's pretty good. Baksheen. God, I hate that song. There's Muramasa again. Also supposed to be an axe. The highest quality, like, cosplay, I think is actually Balbon She's. That one to me, at least to my eyes, and this could just be because I'm colorblind, and red is one of the colorblind colors, so I'm not seeing how bad the fabric looks if it is bad. It looks like they put the most texture into that one, compared to, like, I think Muramasa's ripped, and it's impressive that he's ripped for third year in a row, but the fabric he used for his cosplay, it's a little cheap, and, like, I feel very similarly about Jalter's as well, for example, whereas I think Jean's is decent. And then a couple of the cosplays that are doing the chest pieces are a little plastic. Okay, I am right that the fabric is good. Oberon, the outfit was impressive. The outfit was impressive on Oberon. I think The cosplayer herself didn't have the stature for Oberon, but the cosplay itself was impressive. The clothing was good. Crab Talamo's tail. Cave into the intrusive thoughts. Alright, we're gonna wind up here. They're getting ready. That was a stalling maneuver if I ever saw one. The great thing about the FGO Fest versus, say, our Anime Expo event for NA is that the FGO Fest, they're never going to cut anything off. If they need to run a little tiny bit long, they can run a little tiny bit long and late. They have the ability to get into the room, set things up way ahead of time, and make sure everything's working and triple check it. Anime Expo, if things aren't working properly, they gotta go because they're on a schedule and it's not their company that necessarily has the next panel. Whereas the only thing FGO Fest is delaying is itself, and they do space these out to give themselves time to catch up if they need to. Alright, this is our first, this is the first more substantial event. My finger's on the mute desktop audio button just in case. Because you know what the... Okay, oh, they're playing this track. I assume they just have like a mix of FGO soundtrack. Oh, no, here he comes. Anniversary Solomon? Am I hearing Anniversary Solomon? He entered on a very specific track there. Wouldn't that be the biggest curveball?
本日のトークイベントですね、スタッフトークは、フェイトグランドオーダーの開発運営に携わっているスタッフの方にですね、ご登場いただきまして、作品に関する様々なお話を伺っていきたいと考えております。こちらですね、注意事項簡単にはなりますが、録音撮影に関しましては配信の方はねあるんですけれども、会場のお客様による録音撮影は一切禁止とさせていただいておりますので、ご注意ください。また会場内もねだんだん暑くなってきていると思いますので、こまめに水分補給等々ですねしながら楽しんでいただければと思います。では早速ではございますが、フェイトグランドオーダーの開発運営チームの皆様にご登場いただきたいと思います。大きな拍手でお迎えください。加納さん、安城さん、バスター石倉さんです。どうぞ。
There's our usual,
うわすごい。いや
皆さんこんにちは。
すごいぞこれは。
He's wearing all that real art on his shirt. I want one of those. Someone get me one of those.
オープニングの時は
Oh wait, no, that's a shirt they're selling, isn't it?
おじさんファ
This
ン
is
の人
promotion.
が
This is exactly the effect
い
they
ました
wanted.
けど、
Fuck,
本当にいるんですか？
I've been capitalism.
いるんだよコアな人たちが。
そうそうそう。一応ね、
ありがたくね、朝一からね。
See you, Seki.
今度一緒に上がりなよじゃあ。いやいやいや。
おじさんと仲間入りよ。
いやいやもうすでに仲間入りしてんだけど。おじさんとしては仲間入りしてんだよ。まあまあ。
はいね、ということでね、早速ちょっとご登場いただきましたので、ご挨拶はまずは
Yeah, the
頂
old
戴でき
menu
ればと
music
思
was
います。
always
じゃあ加納さんお願いしま
It's
す。
memorable.
はい、
You don't get to
フ
hear
ェイ
it
トグラン
anymore
ドオーダ
outside
ー
these
第2部
events.
開発ディレクターの加納よしきです。よろしくお願いします。
いいよ。
よし、
ありがとうございます。
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 ね、
ありがとうございます。
後ろの方にもね、
Try to see if you can spot
見
Keith
ていただい
Shaw.
てます。
ありがとうございます。
はい、では
後ろもすごい。
すごいですね。
There's a very good chance he's in that
すごい
crowd.
はい、では安城さんお
I
願い
don't
いた
know,
します。
actually. He might
は
not
い、
be.
開発スタッフの安城で
I
す。
heard he
よろ
had,
しくお
like,
願いし
outside of getting into
ます。
day one, he had pretty shit
は
luck
い、よろ
with
しくお願いします。
getting reserved tickets for
そして
the
石
stages.
倉さん。
はい、
He
フ
didn't
ェ
get
イト
day
グ
two
ラ
at
ンドオ
all.
ーダーマーケティングディレクターのバスター石倉です。本日よろしくお願いします。
いや、完成もね、いただきました。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
はい、ということで、安城さんはね、このステージ、このフェス初登壇というところなんですけども、いかがですか、今年のこのフェスの雰囲気。
いや、拾って思って
広いよ。
広いんです。
広いよ。
広いんです。
そうか、でも初なのね。
I would love to catch one of these live one day, but then I realized, wait a minute, I wouldn't understand shit.
スタッフトークが。
安城さん、そうです。
I'd be
そうか
sitting there
冬
confused,
一緒にやってるから、なんかもう
pretending
違和感が
to be amused by the voice actors
夏
talking,
毎年出てる。
いや
and then
そうだよ
just
ちょっと記憶どっか行っちゃってんじゃん。あんた
and
忙しす
then
ぎてさ。
clapping after the
今
announcement
年の
of
ね、フェス。
そういうことにしておいていただいて。
ね
はい。
広いというところなんですけど、会場の様子とか、ね、加納さん、石川さんも含めなんですけど、ご覧になられましたか。
そうですね。昨日から
ね、ちょっと、
はい、ちょっと
ラジオ出演してね。
そうラジオ出演してちょっとゲームやらせていただきました。
そう
はい、まだまだちょっとやれてないんで、ね。
試練系のやつやった方います？もう結構皆さんやった？
やった。
うまいことできた？アーツの試練ちょっと難しいでしょ？
皆さん、ちょっと難易度高めみたいな、ね。
そう間違えてオリオン切っちゃうんだよね。
ね、あれはね結構難しい、
むしろ多い。
はい。いろんなねステージ、そしてアトラクションもあるのでね、いろいろねミステリアスフォレストにもねジュフ飛ばしみたいなものがまた輪投げがあったりとかね。
あれ意外と難しいよね。
結構ね面白いものがたくさん入ってありますので、ぜひね皆様遊んでいただければなというふうに思っております。
はい。
はい、ということで本日いろいろステージの方でもねお話ししていければと思いますので、それでは始めてまいりましょう。FGO フェス2025スタッフトークスタートです。
お願いします。
Another thing to keep another reason I keep this chat open here
ハイテー
is
ブル
because
なん
there
だ。
are
ちょっ
at
と
least last time there
スタ
was
ッ
a
フトークの
few
感じじゃない
people
ちょっと大丈
that
夫か
were
な。
kind enough to
転んだりしないかな。
little mini translations of what
おしゃれ
happened.
いやいやおしゃれっていうかこれ高
If
さ
we're lucky.
高さ低いね。まあいいや。
I saw he was saying it was really crazy
は
this
い、で
year.
はですね、早速
なんか慣れないなこれ。
もうちょっと高さをね
ちょっとなんかお行儀良い座り方になっちゃう。足見えちゃってるから。
はい、ご調整いただきまして、それではですね、早速このコーナーに参りましょ
Move
う。
my mic a little. Sorry if you're getting feedback.
開発裏話 FGO フェス2025特別編。
はい。
はい、ということで開発
Just so
裏
I'm
話と
talking a
いう
little
こ
more
とで、
directly
こちら
into
ね
the mic
おな
here
じみ
for
の
you.
安城さんから
I know that's a little bit of a problem.
はい、
should
今
get like
回
a
はこちらのお
mic arm at some
話を
point.
していければと
I'm
思
lazy.
います。
おー
Once again,
ライト
big
から
spoiler.
紹介をしたいと思います。
I can raise my monitor. Well, no, it's gonna fuck with my camera if I raise my monitor. So I just have to sit up. I have to actually sit up. Damn it. I don't want to sit up. I'll be doing what Seki tells me to.
パラディンの横と後ろの
If I sit up, I can actually see the full stream and be talking directly into my mic
で
here.
なかなかこう実装されましたけど、ここのね細かいところまで見る機会もないですからね。はい、ということでマシュのね装いを見た時に、印象ねガラリ変わった方もねいらっしゃるんじゃないかなと思いますが、総称4のお話もね軽くちょっとお話ししていければと思うんですけれども、総称4、加納さんいかがですか。
何を言っていいんだろうね。
そうだよね。
未だにちょっとこう。
そうだからちょっと
そうね
いきなりね
すごい
こうちょっと
今言われてすごいシーン浮かん
Yeah,
で
yeah. Seki has.
浮かんでるけ
Yeah.
どどれも
Seki.
マッシュのパラディンの
Look,
ね
Seki was in here to say hi and have just say hi to you guys and check
いや
in.
そうですよね。いや
She
もう
does not have
本
much
当
interest in what's
自分
being
でもそうなん
announced
ですけ
here
ど
unless it's like a full servant.
開発で
And
も
she
そう
doesn't
で
even
す
get to look at the servant.
改
She
め
has
て
to wait
自分
until
の端末で
reacts or
マッ
updates
シ
to
ュ
know
が
what
パ
the
ラディン
servant
になるシ
actually
ーンと
is.
かちゃん
She
と
just
見
gets
て
to
いく
know,
と
hey,
マ
does
ジ
this
で泣け
figure
ち
I
ゃうん
like
で
get a
すよ
servant? And is this
やっぱり
summer?
違います
Do
よ
I
ね
get a
開
summer
発す
servant
る
of a
と
character of a servant I like
実際に
already?
こう
ありません
So
なります
自分の端末だとね余計なんかこう
there's no
マッシュっていう気持ちが盛り上がる
there's nothing Seki gets out of joining me here other than
な
to
る
say
よ
hi.
ね
Yes, the Smash will be in a future updates
は
video.
いちょっと
Smash has wholly been saved for updates. All Seki knows is that there is a new form of
最中
Smash.
とまたねそれがこう
そう
出来上がった後っていうのねまた印象違い
違います
ますもんね。
違います
はいまあねいろいろこうマッシュのパラディンもありましたし、いろんなね新規サーバントもありましたけれども、安城さん結構総称4もねサーバント多かったんじゃないかなと思いますが。
そうですね、リリースとか。
I have to assume right now they're just going over some of like they're talking about how they
それぞ
like
れね
came to the
すごいみんな
conclusion
かっ
for
こいいというか。
to do. I don't know.
いや、そうなんですね。さっき
I
ね
guess this is
多
the
分
dev
加納さん言おうとして
talk.
言
This
わな
isn't
か
the
ったんで
writer
すけど
talk. So it's not going to be about
メイ
what
ンシナ
Mash
リオ
is
っ
a
て
story,
Aldo de
the story reason they wanted to bring
Nande
this new
maniatta
Mash
んだろう。
format. 'Cause that's Nasu. Nasu's the one that wanted to bring the new Mash format and talk
やっ
with
てる
the
最
the
中
writer
は
of
ね
Metatron.
必死なんで。
まあ毎回
I don't think we have the artists here, so they're not talking about the art students. They're probably just admiring the new Mash
みたいな
format. They really are probably just admiring the new Mash
それ
format.
ぞれ
I
頑張
could
ってね
turn shrubs up in my
頑
ear,
張ってる
but I don't think it's
本
worth
当もう
it.
みんななんかやばいやばい言いながら最後
頑張りと
ガッてね まあ今回もそういうことがありましたっていう。
なるほど、ありがとうございます。というところでね、他にもね、ちょっといろいろ情報を持ってきていただいているというところで、安城さんの方にね、お話に戻れればと思うんですが、開発的な部分ではいかがでしたか。
はい、そうですね。
is it a story so far talk? That makes sense.
なんですけども、マッシュ自身は、初期からいるサーバントなんですけど、まあ、結構節目節目で変化があるっていうか、
そうですね、
アップデートがかかるんで、まあ、レイも含めてですけど、なんで、
Had to balance her son.
数年おき
True.
に
She is kind of ridiculous for being effectively a free servant. Like, yeah, you have to play pretty far to get her, but she's really, really good.
やるのかなみたいな感覚だったんです最初は。なんですけど、
The only problem is it's hard to field her and be able to pull off a 6-turn setup because you're losing out on your free mash if you field her.
早めに制作開始したんですけど、
So, or not 6-turn, 6CE.
特に
So she's good for boss fights, but in farming, if you can, get 6 servants in there. Like if you like just have a couple low stars in your backline, you could totally get 6 CEs in, but she's not going to be able to pull off a 6 CE setup if you want to be like raising a bond on a 5-star in the back.
はい、保護の設定資料を紹介したいと思います。スライドお願いします。
Oh, look at that.
縦から変形した聖剣、ノームレイ。
The bottom one looks like they're like she's riding on the thing, the bottom model.
すごい細かく設定をねされてるんですね。
そうですね。
そうそう、これちょっとすごい細かい字までね、めちゃめちゃ読みたくなりますね。
はい。
ピンがあってみたいな。
Yeah, at least you can revert it to 0 cost. If you couldn't revert her, that'd be truly awful. You'd be nerfed by playing through the story. But you can revert her, so it's like no harm, no foul.
作ってる最中もそうですね。那須さんからこのブラックバレルは本質的にはこう時空修正システムだから、まあレイシフトみたいなもんだよみたいな、こう後からこう情報が作ってる最中に来るんで、あだったらここを直さなきゃみたいな、リアルタイムでこうどんどん修正かけていくみたいなのが多かったですね。
なるほど。
練り上がっていくって感じですね。はい。
じゃあちょっとその練り上がって出来上がった宝具もね今日映像を見れるということなので
I'll get more tea between the streams here because I don't really want to miss anything, but if I leave it running and just look at my phone as I walk away. Are we seeing the NP? Yeah, we're seeing the NP. Huge spoilers here, guys. Crazy huge spoilers.
これは多くの世界、多くの夢をつなぐ我らの力、証明せよ。アンチブラックバレル形成アコンプリッシュメジャー Z レコードカウンター逆説から新説へ
Yeah.
レイヤーセーフロック撃ちますレイプレイヘッキリエライト
I heard she's actually really good in the new Yuolga fight, so I've also heard that you can't use her in the previous 3 Yuolga fights, so that's gonna be that sucks. I was like, oh, could I pull this Smash out and use her for the Yuolga fight? Maybe make a wave easier or use her for a bot for one of the Yuolgas. No.
マッシュキリエライトパラディーンはバトルキャラ属性に入る時点で最初から宝具コンテは2種類ありました。ブラックバレルはもともとアバロンルフェで登場したものですが、マッシュ個人の宝具とはちょっと違うものでしたね。今回もその時のようにストーリー上のスチールとして作るのかと思っていたら、いわゆるバトル中に使う宝具演出として新たに追加作成するという運びになり、現場でも驚きつつ着手したものですということでコメントをいただいておりまして、安城さん、これは
I've only ever finished the first Yuolga fight. I got stuck on the second one, but that was like that was pre-granting all my servants for the second one. I did not have as many servants raised and ready to fight back then. It was like it was me, Kukulkan, or Summer Aris and Summer Castoria NP1 against the world. And Summer Aris was NP1 and she was my best servant at healing with Yuolga. So we eventually go and play it, which will probably be sooner rather than later because the NA Yuolga one should be dropping soon.
結構多めにあるんで、これうまく作んない
We'll
と
be. I'll probably beat that
どうしよ
second.
うかなみたいに
I'm
悩ん
not
でた
so
んです
sure
け
about
ど
Grand
もう上
Olga
がって
because
きたか
Grand Olga is the one that's
か
like
っこよかったわ
actually kind of the
これ
hardest
は
one
全
up
然
there.
心配ないなって感じでそうですね
すごいね、かっこいいフォーグにもなりましたけ
So
ども、はい、ありがとうございます。
I'm a
という
little
ことで
terrified. If I'm gonna get stuck on any of them, I
今
think
回もう
it's
一機
Grand
ご
Olga.
紹介いただける
Because
という
when
こと
I
で
do the first Olga, the
続いてはこちらの
fire
サーバー
Olga,
を紹介したいと思いますスライドお願いします
whichever the first Olga
お願い
was.
します
Oh, hi, Indra.
お
Well, If I do the first, when I do the first Olga,
すごい
I have a
ということで
pretty
はい
strong feeling that
ちょっと
first Olga is going to be
インドラ
easier on my
そうなん
end
ですよ
account.
ちょっと一個言い
A,
たいこと
because I have a better
があるんです
Castoria than I did,
はい
Castoria Zerker than I did when I fought her on JP.
まあ
And
2期
B,
目誰にするかすご
because
い悩んでて
I actually have a
いろいろ
lot
考
of
えておいたん
leveled
ですけど
servants on NA, so I can, and I have a lot more variety than I did on JP, so I can actually
イ
customize
ンドラがいいんじゃない
like
か
the
ななん
teams.
となく思って
And then I'm not playing Water Olga
させて
on
いただいたん
NA.
ですけど
Maybe I could have some trouble with later
台
on.
風が来てたじゃないですか
But on JP,
確かに、
on
あ
JP, at this point, I'm pretty confident I have all the tools I need to make
So
Water
then-
Olga
これはも
doable
う
for
5カゴ
myself.
っていうことでいい
5カゴ
It's Grand
あ
Olga
ると
I'm
ね
nervous about.
ある
Because
と
I've
思
heard
いますね、これはね。
Galactic Olga is actually not that hard
いやでもまさにね、台風をね
神で
if
す
you have
そ
the
れで言い
tools
ました
for
から
it.
ね。
はい
And if I could do
はい
Grand Olga, I could
じゃあ
probably
こ
do
ちら
Galactic.
も3面図があ
I'm
る
not
と。
はい
confident I
3
can
面
do
図があ
Grand
るので
Olga.
お願いします
あーやっぱもうね、すごいですね、こう服のデザインからね、
いやー
細かいところまで模様まで
Run out of
あ
turns
る
in
と
the
いう
last
ところ
bar.
で、まあインドラについてもね、すごい独特ではあるサーバントでありますが、スタイリッシュでかっこいいんじゃないかなというところもあり、そして井上和彦さんのボイスでね、またなんかもう皆さんもね、しびれたんじゃないかなというところですけども、
ね
はい、会員体感戦でもインドラ登場してというところで、
うん
このあたりはアンジョさんいかがでしたか？
体感
I want to play
戦
Xenoblade 2 again.
あ僕がどう
It's
遊
been
ん
a
だかっ
minute
てこ
since
と
I
ですか
played some of the old Xenoblade. The only one I played recently has been X,
いやまあイベントと同時
3,
に
and even then, those
体感戦も
X I'm replaying still. I still haven't beat it. I've not made it very far into X at
そ
all.
うそう
I feel bad that I
なん
never
で
made it that far into
まあ一
X.
緒にっていう感じでしたけどね
It's just X is a very different kind of game. I love it as like a pick up and play Xenoblade game. It's harder for me to actually play it like
セイバーとバーサーカー
to the same intensity I'll play the main
いやここから
trilogy
初
and
だ
their
ったんですけ
DLC.
どちょっとまあそこら辺は気をつけながら
うん
ストーリー上のね流
But
れと
two
う
is-
まく合わせながらっていうのをちょっと気をつけてやってましたね
I
な
like
るほど、はい、そして
2 is actually my least
まだ
favorite of the trilogy, but I've been really
資料があるという
feeling
こと
going
で
back to it
はい
lately for
続
some
いて
reason.
はこちらですスライドお願いします
Though
バ
I,
チュラー
I'm sure a lot of people, if there's Xenoblade fans in this chat at all, I'm sure people
こ
disagree
ち
with
ら
me
の
on
バジュラ
that.
も
I
ね
know Xenoblade 2 is the
イ
fan
ンドラと一緒
favorite,
に登場して、
even
まあ
if it's
すごくこう
even if it's
何でしょうか可
not
愛ら
my
しいというか
favorite. It's grown on me.
特
It's
徴
grown
的な
on
と
me.
いうか登場したわけですけれども、3面図もやっぱすごくもう
But
細
I
かく
definitely like 1 and
そうです
3
ね
作
more.
家さん書かれてますね。
うんうん
この魔法陣であったりとか、服装ね細かいパーツであったりとかっていうところなんですけれども、
Zeus?
バジュラの印象
Wouldn't Zeus be a ruler? He's already a
い
ruler
や
in
もうなんかこ
Olympus.
の色がめちゃくちゃ
Do I
綺
think
麗じゃない
Olga's going to be a 5-star
この
welfare?
二人
Yes.
の色
Yeah,
が
I've been saying that for a bit
だから
here.
そ
Do I
れ
think
が
we're
ね
getting
イン
an
ドラの
anniversary?
挟んで
That's a different
そう
question.
ね
ものすごい
I don't know if we're getting an
いい
anniversary.
三
They
人だ
might
なと
save
思
that
って
for
いや
the finale. But I do think Olga is going to be a 5-star
めちゃ
welfare.
めちゃかっこいいというところで、じゃあ安城さん見ていきますか。
そうですね方言室を一緒に見ていけたらと思います、
はい
映像お願いします
信号領域重点空間凍結神罰執行権限永続
Oh, you played one on the Wii? I never. Well, actually, I played a little bit of the Wii's version of Xenoblade 1. I played it on the virtual console for Wii U because they released it there briefly. My first playthrough of Xenoblade 1 was on the 3DS, actually. The new
かっ
3DS.
こいい
かっこいいよね
かっこいい
もうすごいねこだわり
Since
があ
then,
るなというところで、
I've played it on the
ちょっとこれ
Switch.
コメントご紹介した後に
I've
安城さん
played-
に
I've
お話し
touched it on the
できると思うんですけども、
はい
開発スタッフさんからのコメントということで、インドラ神です。雷を攻撃手段とするサーバントは他にも多くおりますが、インドラ様の場合は
Field skills are
武器や
horrendous,
霊障から
Kumajoro.
雷撃を出したり召
I'll
喚
say
する
this:
というよりは
Xenoblade 2 is my favorite one to go back and play New Game Plus on
自
out
然
of the
現象
three.
としてそ
I
こ
feel
に
like one, the
発生している
balancing is
というイ
all
メー
off.
ジです。それともちろん
And
バジュラたちによる攻撃
I
で
haven't
構成
tried
されている
3, but I feel like 3
これ
gets
も
Oh,
バ
would
ジ
get
ュ
a
ラを
little
操ってい
immersion
るというよ
breaking.
り勝手にやらせているというふう
Really
に進
quickly?
めました。ということでいただいておりますが、
But Two, you have like perfect control of everything you could want to do. You don't have to immediately pull out spoiler, like the big spoiler blade for Rex. You don't have to pull out the spoiler blades early. You can actually, if you wanted to, you can lower the weapon power for Pyra and Mithra's swords and the rare blades if you wanted to. And you, in lowering it just feels like the most, like I feel like I can still immerse myself in New Game Plus and still have the challenge I'm looking for on New Game Plus, and it gets rid of the need for field skills because you've already completed it with the field skills. So it's a little bit easier for me to just take the game as it is on New Game Plus. Two's tutorials are horrible. You are right there. Two's tutorials are not really tutorials. You're better off just tapping buttons and learning what they do as you play. I'm genuine there. Yeah, Chugga has a good tutorial video as a substitute, but if you don't want to watch an external video, it's all experimentation. I could talk about Xenoblade for ages, guys. You're welcome to tell me to stop, by the way.
基本的な流れ、流れは確かパコさんですね。もういつもこういう攻撃イメージみたいなのをくれることが多いんですけど。
Chugga's playthroughs of Xenoblade are ridiculous. Then again, every playthrough or streamer that does a 100% Xenoblade is ridiculous. Like that takes some dedication.
最高です。はい。
天才です。
天才です。
I'd love to do a Xenoblade on stream if they ever released a new one, but I have a feeling I wouldn't be able to stop myself from spoiling myself, and the amount of time that stream would go for, like how long I'd be playing it for before I beat it, would be too long for me. Only 1 to 2 streams a week. Alright, looks like they're done talking about the recent story content. Probably going into...
インフォメーションということで、こちら私の方からですね、インフォメーションをご紹介させていただきたいと思います。
This isn't always new stuff, though.
はい、現在
Yeah, usually this is merchandising.
ストラートワークスフラワーパレードが8月11日まで松屋銀座8階にて開催中となっております。
That's how you get some good merchandising here, and this is good play. Like, pay attention to what sales they put these games, some of the games on. You will see some game sales.
フェイトグランドオーダーサーバントアートクロニクル最終再臨展。こち
ら
8月31日まで東京の寺田倉庫にて開催中となっております。計500点を超えるサーバントの最終再臨イラストやレイイラストなどを展示しておりますので、ぜひこちらもご来場ください。続いてはこちらです。Type Moon Ace Volume 17が
There wasn't actually that much in Type Moon Ace this year, to my understanding. The big things in Type Moon Ace was the I believe they dropped the first chapter of the Samurai Remnant manga, and they announced a manga adaptation of Oku.
Otherwise,
the interviews are pretty bog standard. There's outside of the one Nasu interview that lit the fandom on fire for a few days.
そして続いてはこちらです。はい、メイン、サーバンと別、書き下ろしイラストの B2 版サイトペーストリーやポートレートホルダーなどなどございます。そしてまだございます。こちらです。フェイトファイナルジャーニーのカードバインダーとかですね。はい、エスクラバーマットどれで皆様がちょっとね、こうちょっと
左下でしょ。これどれの笑い？
はい、これはあれですかね、フェイトグランドのマージャン杯聖杯セットですかね。
ジャンパイの話。ジャンパイです。
ね、ぜひ皆様遊んでいただき。
Does anyone still keep up with the even more learning with manga series? Anything crazy happen there? Any new service?
販売期間のご案内できればと思います。こちらでございます。はい、イベント終了後の8月3日21時から8月31日23時59分までとなっておりますので、ぜひチェックしていただければと思います。続いてはこちらです。
Okay, it's just an announcement of the online availability.
CM 用にですね、制作された
CM. Uh-oh, I'm obscuring this for a second. What are they showing off here? Oh, that's a very good thing I muted that. It's a new trailer for FGO. Yeah, no, I'm glad I preemptively muted that.
こちらですね、アニメカットクローバーワークスさんが制作しておりまして、今後ですね、CM として、いろいろねお茶の間にも流れてまいりますので、ぜひ皆様楽しみにお待ちいただければと思います。また FGO の公式 YouTube チャンネルにて公開予定となっております。ということで以上インフォメーションコーナーでした。はい、ということで
It's interesting that Tsukihime delayed things.
続いてのコーナーこちらです。
Nasu in that interview never directly named Tsukihime. He just says he would have had more time to work on other works, and those other works could have been anything. Tsukihime is the obvious one, but at the same time, it is also true that Tsukihime is over two, way before FGO. Nasu's just easily distracted, is what I think we're learning here.
118億6655万8823。さあこの数字なんでしょうか。皆さんも頭の中でお考えください。シンキングタイムスタートじゃないか。何だと思いますか。青少石の使用数なんかエグくないそれちょっとなんか売り上げって言ってるみたいな感じじゃないのそれ。
According to Trubs, that might be the amount of Saint quartz that have been used total in JP.
なんですかね。
That's a bit ridiculous.
はい、じゃあ答えを見ていきましょう。こちらです、どうぞ。
すごいです。
10年間のマシュキリエライト総出撃回数ということで、皆さん働かせすぎ。
1年あたり1億回ぐらい出撃。
そうなのよ、これも本当ちょっと今回はまあ10周年ということで、なんかデータで分かるも10周年っぽいやつをやりたいなと思って。よく開発このデータ取ってるよね。
They're giving like weird number. Like these are really weird ass numbers here. Like this is data I didn't even know they were collecting in FGO.
マシュがですね、こんだけ出撃している
That's
という
how
こと
many
で、
times they've used Mash.
今日はこういったようなお話をねしていきた
Like
いと
people
いうふう
have
に
used
思
Mash
い
in
ます。
combat.
それでは次お願いします。
They've been tracking that number just for the purpose of the 10th anniversary. I swear to God.
総出撃回数ランキングということで、ちょっと見ていきましょうか。
Okay, here's some rankings. I assume it's like their Grail rankings.
まずね、2015年はエミヤの年。
Or usage rankings, maybe?
最初ね、もうまあね、いろんなサーバントいましたけど、みんなエミヤ使ってたんですよ。そして次お願いします。どうぞ。そしてね、孔明の年がね、3年ほど
So
続
you
くわ
see,
けですよ。
in NA that would not hold the same.
いやいやいや、今でも
Zuge
働いても
would
らって
be
ますよ。
more an Emmy at NA,
今でも
but
働いてもらってますけど、
Zuge had to get a
まあ
buff in
この流れいいですよ
JPs
ね。
for people that
まあもう
didn't
次
know that.
大体わかると思うん
That
です
we
けど、
got automatically
次の
launched
サーバント
in
紹
NA.
介します。どうぞ。
So that's why he became more used for 3 years. Zuge, most used servant 3 years in a row.
ありましたね。
あったでしょ、そういう。
This is about to be completely not surprising. Watch, it's going to be Castoria. Watch.
なんかもうみんな
みんなまあみんなわかってるよね。みんな連れてってるよね。
Castoria,
はい、じゃあ
2020.
最後お願いします。どうぞ。
です。
5-year
もう
winner.
すごいね。
もうキャストリア5年連続ですね。
5年連続。
Y'all are overworking her.
そうなんですよ。これね、本当後半の方の年はね、マシュを抜く勢いで数字が上がってたんで、
上がってた。
まあ当然これマシュ除くってね書いてあるんですけど、下に実着。まあこれからするお話は全部マシュはやっぱ除いた状態でねお話進めていきたいというふうに思ってますが、一番はねキャストリアだったということで、それでは次お願いします。ということで、
We need to power creep Castoria. She needs a
やってみ
vacation.
ましょう。まあ星1から行くんで、まあみんなまあすぐね、みんなもうほら毎日働かせてるでしょ。
大体わかるっていうね。
わかるよね。
大体わかる。
まあまあまあ星1はね行きましょうか。はいどうぞ。このあーね、毎年聞くあーが欲しいんですよ。知ってたっていうやつのあーね。はい1位がねアーラッシュということで、まあバニアンスパルダクスもね皆さん連れてってると思うんですけど、
Are these like the most used low
小次郎
rarities?
とア
Or,
ステリア
oh,
ス
these
も
are by star
皆
ranking
さ
now.
ん
Okay.
10年間の間でいっぱいお世話になっ
I
てる
didn't
んじゃ
even
ない
get
かと
that
思うん
from
で、
Trubs. I just
皆
looked.
さ
I
んね
just
ありがとうござい
pieced
ま
that
すという
together for
感
a
じ
second.
で、
Yeah, that's by
星
star
に行きま
rankings
し
the
ょうか。
most
じゃあ
used
次
servants.
これ意外と参考になりますね。
Arash and Bunyan don't
そう
surprise
です
me.
ね。星1でもね、この辺みんな連れてって
But
るんだな
honestly,
と思う
Asterio
と、
surprises me the most.
まずはね、アーラシから行きましょうとかね、そういう風にはなりますね。はい、じゃあ皆さん星にも思い浮かべてくださいね。はい、じゃあ次星に行きましょう。どうぞ。
Hans doesn't surprise me. Actually, I feel like Chen Gong would have beaten Hans by now, but I guess you just don't beat the early years for Hans and how many used him going forward. Otherwise, this doesn't surprise me too much. Maybe I wouldn't think a Son of the Cursed Arm, but
でもサポート系のね、
サポート
アンデルセンがいて、
そうですよね。
まあチンキーもなんだったらサポート系ですか？
そうですね。チンキーはだからね、
なんだったらサポート。
アンデルセン
This is about to get a lot less
結構後ろ
surprising,
からこ
guys.
う追い上げてきてる感じで、数字が上がってきてる感じですね。はい。皆さんも
Can my girl Ushi
なる
get
ほどなということ
her
で、じゃ
spot
あ次
win in a
星さ
3-star
んいきま
spot?
す
Let's
よ。
go, please.
星さんで皆さんがお世話になっているサーバントはこちらです。どうぞ。
No.
まあここはね
Beaten again by Ku.
なんかね、ベディビエールがね、体感線セイバーで結構ガーって伸びてきて、
ああ、そっからね。
You're only falling off,
で
guys. You're only
パン
falling
って
off.
1位を取ってったみたいな
確かに
データ見る
I'm
感じ
actually
でしたね。
surprised Robin is
フ
as
レンド
high
のグ
as
ラ
she
ンド
is.
結構いますね。
そうなんですよ。
Kyo doesn't surprise me.
ベディビエー
Bedivere I
ル
can see because Bedivere is actually genuinely pretty good
ウ
right
リアレ
now.
ということ。
And Ku doesn't surprise me like at all.
ここはあんまり差がなさそうな気がする。
そうですね。
優秀な
皆さん、均等にね、連れ
Congratulations,
てってる
Sai.
印象ありますよね。こういう時に役に立つなみたいなそれぞれのね。
Who's our
得意な部
4
分があってね
stars?
そうだね。
これ次がね最後です。星4なんですけど、まあ星5はねもうさっき見
I
て
have
も
no
らった
expectations
順位
for
があまり
4
変わ
stars
ら
here.
な
I
かったん
probably
で、
should, but I don't.
星4最後なんですけど、一番今日一大きな「あ」が出るんじゃないかと思ってますがこちらです。どうぞ。
I should have guessed her.
ありがとうござい
Emiya
ます。
surprises me that he's
ヘラク
maintained
レス
that,
という
but
ことで、
I guess it shouldn't.
でランス
まさか
ロット
強いんだっていうね。
Hurt
いやもう
Hurt doesn't surprise me at all.
昔からいる
And Lancelot and Tom Mokat make it up there just being by very easily
こ
obtainable
こに選ばれ
berserkers
る
that
の
are
嬉しく
AoE.
ないですかね。
そうですね。
嬉しいですね。
And Nidocris is just like one of the most
1位
popular
ヘラクレス
4-star
2位ラン
servants
スロット
designs,
3
I'm
位エ
pretty
ミヤ
sure.
4位ニトクリス
Emiya, though,
5位タマモ
Emiya's
ということで
Eh,
多分相当
Emiya
皆さん連れてって
maintaining
る
that
と思い
number
ま
3
す。
spot this late does surprise me a little bit.
ね。な
Just
の
a
で
bit.
これからもねそういう
Not really,
楽しみを
He is still a
続
Fate
け
Stay
つ
Night
つ推しを
servant.
ね連れていきたいなと思いますけど皆さん働かせすぎですよヘラクレス。はい、ということで以上となります。
About to get the most
はい、
useful
ということ
stars?
でさまざまなサーバントがランクインされて嬉しいなというところでありがとうございました。データでわかる藤尾のコーナーでした。
Oh no, we're skipping the 5
はい、
stars.
ということでね、いろん
Just
な
because
お話が
everyone
伺ったんですけれ
knows
ども、
the
皆さん
Castoria,
お待ちかねではないでしょうか。
Scotty, Suke,
来ちゃうよねそろそろね。
懐かしのね、もうね、安城さんと石川さんも同じ
そうそう
そういう
そうこれさ定番すぎる流れだからね。
はい、懐かしのタイトルコールね。
They ain't gonna admit that.
皆さん覚えてますか？大丈夫です
そうだっ
か？
たこれ毎回やりたくないんだよね。
はい。
ね台本に書いてあるからね。
はい、これ加納さんが言いますか？
これ俺から言うの？
はい。
俺から言うの？これ
いやいやこれ違うよ。
これが言うね。はい、じゃあその
They show
歴
off
史の方
the
でこれ
top
入れ
5
させていただ
servants
き
and
ます。
they're all
ぜひね
Castoria.
入れていただければと
Castoria
思い
beat
ます。
all
それで
4
い
of
き
the
ます
others
よ。
combined.
加納よしきの
ちょこっと
FGO 最新情報。
ということで加納さんよろしくお願いいたします。
Okay,
はい。
this is the news. Here we go, guys. If you're an FGO
いつ
fan,
もね
this is
こ
the
のスタッフ
big
ト
stuff.
ークでご紹介しているものといえば水着イ
And
ベント。
they're playing the summer track, so we're about to get some summer stuff.
はいということでスライドを次お願いします。はいということで水着イベント2025の情報をご紹
I'm gonna
介してい
keep
こ
my
うか
finger on
な
that
と
desktop audio,
思います。
not because I
一
expect
部の
it
みとはなりますが
to get me, but like if we get summer
皆さん
Shiki,
見た
I
いもの
need
が見
to
れるん
mute
じゃないか
that
と思っております。
shit like
まずはですね
fast.
今回ちょっと順番違うんですが男性サーバントの新規例をご紹介したいと思います。はい、ス
Oh,
ライド
no
お願いし
Nito
ます。
yet, you ball. That's surprising.
はいということで早速映像をお持ちしておりま
Oh,
すの
these
で
are all going to be old servants' new designs. They're rarely putting in new summer servants, and I think last year was kind of an exception. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're starting with Spiritron dresses. Oh? Oh? Oh my god! Oh my god! Seki's winning. Is that Tez? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hi, Tez. Ah, that's Kucaster. That's Kucaster. Interesting. That's the coup I mostly use. So, well, don't call Seki in here tacos.
そうですね。しかも観戦の
We
守備
can't show Seki this. Every single one of these are servants that Seki has done on Reacts. They're all in updates here. This is all updates.
はい、今年のね水着イベントの新規レイとして登場となります。はい。
空風林キャスター斉藤はじめ
Actually, I gotta
ト
update
リポカと
my updates list. I might be behind on
イケメン
that.
しかおらんですね。
おらんですね。そして真ん中にテスカがねいる。
He's got a beer in his hand.
すごいかっこいいですね。
は
もうね、これはねどんな登場の仕方をねするのかっていうのがね、
い。はい。
楽しみですけどね。
楽しみですけどね。ちょっとその辺はちょっともう少しお待ちいただいて
もう少し先で
っていう
なるほど
感じになりますね。
はい、もうねお客様の声からもすごかったんですけれども、いやでもね、ちょっと
勇敢に戦ったのであればクズでも怪物でも構わない。歓迎す
Oh,
る
is
ぜ。
Tez gonna be
Kill
heavy?
them.
Oh gosh, we're getting summer LB7.
おー
はいということで。
I just pieced that together with Tez here. I think one of these is going to be Summer KukoCon today. If not today, Summer KukoCon is coming this summer. It makes sense if you have Tez in there.
はいでは三上さんご挨拶をいただけますでしょうか。
はい、皆さんこんにちは。テスパートリポカードを演じさせていただいております三上聡です。すごい熱気ですね。
すごいですよ。
はい。
Summer Watch Ort be the welfare.
奥まで
What if Ort was the welfare for the summer? How hilarious would that be? And he's Camazot's. Oh, interesting theory, tacos. If this is a summer
まさに
LB7,
トリポカのような。
then it absolutely could be Camazot's for anniversary. That would be the most out there theory. I'm still holding my guns that it's Galahad.
はいということで、
You don't get very many servants with that. Like that feels very ominously familiar to the Scotty situation where Scotty had a fully playable sprite and got her Damaron, so you knew she was coming, and by anniversary, like, oh yeah, she's anniversary.
すごいですね。
スタッフトーク初のサプライズゲスト。
サプライズ
本当本当。
But that's not a bad case to make. That Camazot's could be the
まあもちろ
Annie
んちょっと
servant.
僕ら聞いてたんですけど、三上さんがこう鍵慣れさ
Tez
れた
gonna
時
get a second costume. Absolutely, Tez could get another costume.
ステージ照明がこう一気に暗くなってね。
Ooh,
おーってな
could
っ
get
た
a
時
lull.
からのボイスがね。
いや最高です。
Walter is one of those summer forms we don't have yet for Artoria. And like, you can't go too many summers without an Artoria.
熱気が
いやちょっと黄色い世界なんでちょっと外させていただき。
I think we've had a couple summers without Artoria, but they usually try to get squeeze an Artoria in there if they can.
こういう感じでございます。
はいもうねすごい歓声いただき
You
ました
missed
け
the
れ
three
ども。
summer servants,
早速ですね
Eddie, or not summer
テストとかについて
servants,
ちょ
the
っと
three
深掘りをし
costumes.
てね
They're
お話ししていければと思います。
Tez
スライドをお願いい
and
たします
Saito Hajime.
はい、と
そうね
いうことでスライドにもございました通り、テスカトリポカメインストーリーの第2部
One
第7
Takeuchi
章
summer servant.
初登
And
場
I'm-
そしてね
yeah.
活躍したサーバントではありますが、
One Takeuchi summer
テス
servant.
カの印象いかがでしたか第7章。
いやーまあそれはねもう本当最初にまあシナリオをいただいた後にちょっと自分で感じてた印象とやっぱりそのゲーム内で表現した印象でまたちょっと違うんですけど、
Somehow gets more character stuff.
ねやっぱり座れよって
That would be pretty funny,
言われ
Justice.
た後とか
ね PV のね
なんかちょっとやっぱりゲームを自分でしながらも、あれテスカはどういう気持ちなんだろうみたいな、でもなんかちょっとこうね温かかったりするじゃないですか、でもなんかちょっとね強大なパワーが
ね持
あっ
ってて
たりして、非常にこう影もありながらもすごくなんか
Tonoshiki is the welfare. I don't think they're going to do that again this year, Kumajoro.
なんかその人格とかね
I
その部分
think we're probably tapping
な
out
かな
of
か計り知れないという
collabs.
存在だったかなと
Your
思いま
best
すけれ
hope
ど
of
も
collab is
そして
probably
三上さんに
anniversary.
もちょっとお
I
伺い
feel
で
like
きて
they
た
blew their load on
初
collabs
めてこの
yesterday,
テ
so
ス
we're
カトリ
probably
ポカ
or
ご覧になった際
last
ですね
year. So we're probably not going to see more collab stuff till
そう
FGO
です
Part 2
ね。
is finished.
イラストを見せていただいて、
Unless it like
スタイル
actually
もいい
ties
です
into
ね
the story
でも目つき
somehow.
悪いなみたいな。
まあそうですよね。第一印象。
Imagine we
イラ
get.
ストとセリフ
Oh
を一緒
gosh,
にいただいて、
if they wanted to pull a
それでま
knock,
あセ
they
リフから
could
もこうイ
give
メー
us
ジしたり
what's
ってい
his
うのがあ
name.
ったりするんで、
I don't think they
収
will,
録の時に
but
神ですって
for
言わ
love
れ
of
て、
Shiki, that's Shiki's favorite.
神をどうやって演じたらいいのかっていうちょっと戸惑いましたけど、は
もうでもまさにね、神らしいというかね。
Actually, on the topic of things we might skip this year, I would not be surprised at all if we skipped Christmas this year.
すごいね、そのあたりの印象
Like maybe a rerun of an old Christmas to fill out the lotto slot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they skipped Christmas just because we had technically 2 Christmas events last year.
結構衣装変わってまいりますので、今回ちょっとイラストをね、こちら見てみたいと思います。こちらスライドお願いします。はい、第1から第3でね、それぞれこう変化されてきましたけれども、三上さんこう収録の際にはこの衣装もね、ご覧になったと思うんですけれども、いかがですか、このそれぞれのこう印象というか。
いや、ぶっきりですよね。これをどうやって演じたらいいのかみたいな。ね、最初の第一段階のとは全く違ったりするので。でもジャガーになったりするとね、セリフでも戦う時なんかシャオーとかなんかね言ったりするのがなんか戸惑いました。
でも神ですもんね。
そうか、神で大丈夫なのかなっていう。はい。
こうサイレン段階でやっぱそのあたりのこう神の神聖の特徴
Yeah, no, OCS, JC. I am like,
表現されてるんじゃないかな。
I'm pretty much
安城さんはこういかがですか。
held a gun to my head and asked me who the first summer servant they're revealing here is. I feel like I got a good shot as Kukulkan, like a 50% shot.
まあ先ほどから三上さんがおっしゃられてるように神なんでどうしようかなみたいな。
Like we are probably getting Summer Lost Belt 7 with a heavy foot. Like obviously, there's not as many. It's not like LB6 where you can run an entire Lost Belt on Lost Belt 7, but or entire Summer on Lost Belt 7, but you're gonna see Kukulkan, and we're probably gonna touch back up on just a few, like some fan service for Lost Belt 7. Would be kind of funny if Arcade was involved though, since we won't have the dinosaurs.
ありがとうございます。そしてこのようにですね、サーバンとサイリン
I can actually kind of see
印象変わ
that.
るものも多いというところなんですけれども、テスカトリパカをね初めて演じた際のこう感想、先ほどもねちょっと驚かれていろいろこうちょっと神
What if our welfare is the dinosaur
しましたけれども、結構収録の方でもボイスでたくさん取られたと思うんですが、
What if T.H.E. is the welfare?
その際のこう感想をもしね伺えたらと思うんですよ。
でもセリフ自体はなんか
We don't
楽
get
しいという
Shiki
か、
Tono.
なんかちょっと
We
上
get
か
the
らこうね
dinosaur
バカに
form
して
first.
もあるし、ちょっと寄り添ったセリフもあったりして、すごく振り幅があるなと思って演じててすごく楽しいですね。はい。
結構こうやっぱねいろんなボイスを聞くとそのマイルームだったりとかね、絆レベルというのねあってもこういろいろこうちょっと対応がね違ったりというところがねあるんですけど、
なんかチョコレート工場潰しちゃってね、あの時とかね、なんか可愛いなみたいな
お茶目なねところもね確かにねですからねありますよね。
チャーミングですよね。
そうなんですそうなんです。
いろんなねこうテスカトリバなんか新しいサーバントありますけど、いろんなこう振れ幅を持ったね、いろんなこう描き方をねされてるサーバントなんじゃないかなと思うんですが、はい、今回ですねテスカトリバ書き下ろしが多く増えたのでそちらの方もちょっと見ていけたらと思いますということでこちらでございます。はい、今年のね10周年の書き下ろしということで、こちらの左側のね、
Is that a second costume already, or
ね姿の、テスカトリパコも書いていただきました、登場しましたし、そしてこれから登場するというところでね、こちらのワイルドガンマンというね印象なんですけれども、三上さんこうご覧になってこう印象いかがですか。先ほどのね第1から第3というのもまたちょっと異なるかなという気はするんですが、
右側は水着。これで彼は水に飛び込むんですね。
そうでしょう。
ワイルドですからね。
ワイルドですからね。ワイルドですからね。はい。泳いでる姿も見てみたい。
That might be a second Spiritron dress.
どんな泳ぎ方をするのか。
確かにすごく気になりますね。ワイルドなんですかね。
That overall look, yeah, just a bit.
素肌をねこう本当にさらして。ね、こう垣間見えるこう筋肉。
Yeah, this is Summer LB7. Like I think we can call it, guys.
すごくこうおしゃれだ。
やっぱりね。
Obviously, we already have Summer Tenet on,
今日も三上さんもご着用いただいてましたが、テスカトリバがやっぱりロングコートに
Summer Cuckoo feels like a shoe-in.
かっこいいですよね。はい、そしてですね、
Summer Benny or Summer Protea could also make an appearance.
見てみましょう。こちらです。
Because neither of them have summers yet.
またちょっと印象
But
って変
they're
わりね
both characters that have pretty decent
和
roles
装とい
in
うところ
LB7.
ですけれども
これは見覚えあります。なんかね、渋谷のあたりでなんかこう
はい
バーッと並んでた時、
広告の
たまたまおおいたと思って
With another summer
通
to
りがあ
walk.
ったんでなんか写真撮れなかったんです。一緒に撮りたかったんですけど、逆の方に歩いてたんで撮れませんでしたね。
そうなんですよ。渋谷駅の方のね広告出させていただいて、こちらね、鎌倉の駅のねところのワンシーンなんですけれども、またこうちょっと和装になると印象がね少し
なんでしょうねこれ。
すっきりしますね。ここねボイスの方もね撮っていただいたんですけれども、すごいね素敵なボイスをねいただきまして、
いやーいいですね。
いいですよね。
夏感。
こう三上さん今までもねこうちょっと
はい
第1から第3、そして今年の周年、そして、夏の水着、
はい
そして和装というところをね、ご覧いただいたわけですけれども、三上さんこう自身として今後こういうテスカトリポカの服装を見てみたいなとか、なんかこういうのを見てみたいとかありますか？
そうですかね
うん。
でもね、割とワイルドな感じが多いのでね、割とカチッとしたやつとか、あとなんかちょっとかわいい
How
感
many
じと
more
か。
illustrations so he has to include it in the update video?
Yeah.
He already has to be included in the update
着ぐる
video.
みとか。
And like he's getting a lot of illustrations. This is going to have a lot. Like, the 10th section of the update video is probably pretty neat.
ね
確かに印象がねまたガラッと変わって、
なんかでもなんか自分のものにしそうな感じしますよね。
確かに
なんかいやいやって言いながらもなんか結局
ね、文句言いながら着て
そうね
似合っちゃうみたいな。
あります
ね
ね。
楽しんでね来てもらえそうな感じもしますしね。いやーでもこのねテスカトリポンいろんな衣装がねありますのでね、ちょっと今後にもねいろんなねちょっとものを期待したくなってきますよね。はい、というところで三上さんありがとうございます。ちょっといろんなねテスカトリポカについてもお話伺ったんですけれども、今回ですね、お越しくださったということで、ぜひねこの場でもテスカトリポカ、影慣れだけではなくねステージ上でも演じていただけないかというご相談させていただきまして、三上さんにご快諾いただいております。はい、ありがとうございます。ですので事前にですねテスカトリポカのセリフを3つこちらの方でピックアップさせていただきましたので、会場の皆さんがどのセリフを聞いてみたい、生で聞いてみたいのかというのをね拍手で、教えていただければと思いますということで、では早速セリフ候補を出したいと思います。こちらです。はい、
I'm
1
gonna
番
need a translation on
2
this.
番はホーグのねセリフというところ、そして3番さっき加納さんねちょっとおっしゃってましたね。
いや迷いますねこれね。
まあそれはまあちょっと個人的なものという
みたいなねありましたけれども、はいということでじゃあこの中から会場の皆さんの拍手で123選んでいただいて、選ばれたものを三上さんに演じていただくというところをやってみたいと思いますので、では早速皆様にね一つに絞っていただいて、聞きたいセリフに拍手をいただければと思います。それではまずは
They're talking about
1
T.H.E.
番
still,
が
I'm
聞きたい
pretty
という
sure.
方拍手お願いします。おお、なるほど。はい、では続いて2番が聞きたいという方お願いいたします。おお、なるほど。そして3番が聞きたいという方
やっぱこれじゃん。
3番なんですね。
これじゃん。
いや3番ですよね。
いやこれね。
そうだと思った。
ね、本当。
ねちょっとこのシーンね思い浮かびますもんね。
思い浮かぶ。
はい、じゃあ三上さんちょっと3番ということで、
3番
はい、このセリフお願いできますでしょうか。
I guess they had the audience decide
ちょっと待ってね。
which of T.H.E.'s noble phantasms they're going to show off.
準備ができましたらよろしくお願いいたします。
Or is it just the chant?
なん
Oh,
だ
it's a chant.
新入りか。
Like this is his
随
word,
分
his
と
lines
軽
in
装だが
LB7.
どこの時代の人間だ。まあいい。ここに来たのならお仲間だ。座れよ。疲れているんだろう。
Yeah, that wasn't anything crazy, guys. The audience basically just voted on whether or not he would say his first noble phantasm, his second noble phantasm, or if he would just say some of the lines, take the first lines he had in LB7.
もうすごいですね。
So that's what was
もう
happening
その
there.
紫の人疲れてるんだろ。
いやこっちもね、こっちもあれですから。
しますねこれね。
まあ同じようなもんですから。
はい、
いや
本当に
ピンときますね。
ありがとうございます。
We're kind of squarely in a fapping
緊張し
territory
ます
right
ね。っていう
now.
か
So
やっぱね収録とかだったらその相手を思い浮かべて相手にこうかけるみたいな感じだったりするんですけど、いっぱいいらっしゃるのでどこにこう向かってかけたらいいかなみたいなちょっと広くかけちゃったかなっていう感じですかね。
いやかけられてね会場の
I'd
皆さん
say
も
right
ね
now we're
生
kind of
で
waiting
聞けて
for
嬉しかったと思いますが、皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。
we're kind of waiting for the final, like the summer reveal for the servants, which we'll get at least the first group. And probably not the welfare, but we should also get some free courts out of the stream too.
お
We'll
話
probably
を伺う
announce
時
that.
間ねちょっと終了となってしまいますが、この後もですね三上さんにはちょっとお付き合いいただければなというふうに思っております。ということでここから切り替えさせていただくんですが、加納さん、まだありますか。
はい、もちろんあります。
あります。
はい、ということで続いてこちらとなります水着イベント2025新登場のサーバントも一部紹介します。
Nope, I think we're about to see the next servants.
はい、会場の皆さん、そしてサテライトの方の皆さん、
はい、
しっかりモニターを見ていただけますかね。大丈夫ですか。大丈夫ですね。いきますよ、映像あります、いきますよ。はい、それでは1機目紹介していきたいと思います。映像をご覧ください。どうぞ。
You're not going to see the anniversary servant today. That is tomorrow's stream. Oh? Is this Koyan? Oh God, plushie. Wait, no, is that Koyan? Who is that? Huyan Jo. Okay. 3, 4. Okay, I thought that was 3-star for a second. Huyan Jo. Okay. I saw the ears like, Koyan? Grimhill, this one was a long time coming. This one was a long time coming. Also, that is a lot of underboob. They went pretty hard on the underboob there. I like the coloring though, and I like the design. I'll throw passive chords down on that. Nothing I'm going to break the bank over though.
クリームヒュールとまた綺麗な水着で、
いや
これはね、
可愛い。
可愛い。
もうとにかく可愛い。
そうなんですよね、もう本当。
I don't think Lilith's getting a summer. It is way too soon.
ご紹介したのはもうね、コエンシャクはもう配布サーバントなので、
ちょっとエッチじゃないですか。
This is going to be either Kukokon
ちょっとエッチじゃないですか。
でも求められてるものもある。
まあまあまあまあはい。
I'm calling Kukokon
もちろんです。
or Koyan.
これはねすごく楽しみです。はいということで。
As hilarious as that like dichotomy is for possibility, that is my prediction here. Kukokon or Koyan is going to be our
というこ
first
と
5-star.
で水着のサーバント、今日ご紹介する最後のサーバントは星5となります。それではご覧ください、どうぞ。
That's neither Kukokon nor Koyan. Oh my god! Guys, I was wrong. Things had aged poorly. Also, I feel bad for you Lit fans. That is a 5-star servant right there. Nasu is such a goddamn troll.
はい、ということでついに
That's fucked
ファッ
up.
ションリップが
That's
登場となり
fucked
ます。
待ち
up.
に待った。
はい。
ファッションリップということで、皆さん分かれた方がね、すごい多いんじゃないかなと思いますが。はい。
I love it. That's fucked up.
いやいや待ってましたよもちろん。
はい待ってましたよね。
Lit fans winning, but they also be losing.
すごいね、楽しみなサーバントのね発表ございましたけれども、他には情報ござい
Is
ますで
great.
しょうか。
She's also
はい
gonna break
水
your
着イベン
wallet.
トの情報もちょっとだけ、
Glad that Lit gets to be an SSR though. I actually kind of thought that might be the case because she's so far the only Sakura 5 member that's not an SSR. in some form or fashion.
8月中旬を予定しております。こちらの参加条件。
So her having a 5-star
冬季
variant
となっており
makes
ますので、
sense.
皆さんぜひご参加いただければと思っております。
I'm curious to see her later ascensions
はいあり
though.
がとうございます。
I feel like some of her later ascensions are going to be crazy. They've been going all out on 5 stars lately, especially the summers. I don't think her ascensions are going to look the same as that first one, which is a very classic lip. I think her later ascensions are going to look a little bit more
時間オー
wild.
バーしきがちなので、ここからね、ちょっと急ぎで情報を紹介させていただければと思います。インフォメーションもう一個ねご紹介させていただければと思います。まずはこちらご紹介したいと思います。スライドお願いします。はい、週刊ファミ通 FGO10 周年特大号の表紙イラストを公開させていただきたい。
特集号ね。
特集号の表紙イラストを公開させていただきたいと思います。こちらです。はいということで
Who knows Justice? Because
the
Penguin has largely replaced Melt's original form, the Leviathan. Well, I don't see that particular passionate replacing original passionate. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if a later ascension ends up being her more replacement design. A second summer 5-star to mess with us? It's possible. They could drop all the summers at once, but no, you're probably getting the second set of summers tomorrow or in a future stream. They usually like to save that, spread that out just a little bit. I do think Kukulkan's for the welfare of the 5-star though. Makes a little too much sense. So, second banner.
素敵なね華やかなイラストなのでぜひねこちらの方ファミ通さん手に取っていただいて、じっくりとねご覧いただければと思います。では続きまして石倉さんお願いします。
はい、次じゃあスライドお願いします。はい、ラシャンブルエトワレ、ライブ 2D ねもうすでに楽しんでいただいている方もいらっしゃると思いますが、次お願いします。どうぞ。はい、こちらの方がですね YouTube での公開決定しております。なので本日試せなかった方はですねぜひ YouTube の方で、楽しんでくださいということで8月中のですね公開を用意しております。はい以上です。
はい石倉さんありがとうございました。以上インフォメーションでした。はいということであっという間にですねお時間になってしまいましたので、では皆様ちょっと前の方にお越しいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
I'm not going to make the comment that was about to make. I'm pretty sure I know who that was. But I had a comment there that would be that'd be throwing fuel onto fire. The silhouette on the Annie reveal for Banner 2? I don't think we'll get silhouettes for Annie 2. That'd be giving away a little too much too early.
目いっぱい楽しんでいただいてですねこれからも F 上応援していただければと思います。そしてこの後ですね会場でもうすでにもらった方いらっしゃるかもしれないですけど缶バッジまた、配布します。アフタートーク後なんで少し後なんですけども私と
I think we're pretty squarely done with the servant reveals for this.
あとね今回特別にねいつも配んないね金沢さんも配ってくれるっていうことで
We'll get the next 3 tomorrow, I believe, if memory serves on how this works. And the welfare will either get tomorrow or we'll get it on when they show off the event more in detail in about a week or
ありがとう
two.
ございます。では安城さんお願いいたします。
はい、最初はこれまで頑張ってきた
That's always the painful part about the summers is you know they're coming, they warn you, but then you have to wait a couple weeks before anything drops. So
なんか本当に終わっちゃうみたいでよくないかな。
Huyon is the welfare?
いつも通りこれからも開発頑張っていきますんでよろしくお願いします。
はい。ありがとうございます。ではちょっと三上さんは最後にぜひいただければ加納さん先お願いします。
はい、本日は、ご来場そして、ご視聴いただきましてありがとうございました。今日はね、水着イベントの情報を公開しましたが明日は周年のね放送があります。はい、ちょっとねもうすでに僕はもう緊張しておりますけれどもしっかりね、お伝えしていこうかなと思いますので明日もご期待いただければなと思います。そしてこの後、
If Huyon is the welfare,
よかったら
if that is the case, tacos, that's actually pretty crazy. Because that means we're probably seeing a third summer banner. The only other time they've done one servant on a banner, 1 4-star, was for summer 7, which was the one that had 3 summer servants. or 3 5
2部
stars.
7勝ですか。
そうですね。
だいぶ
ね、まだまだ新参者でね、まだ、ね。
Yeah, so I don't know if I believe that Huyon is the welfare. If Huyon's the welfare, it's awesome. I like Huyon's character from her event, but
もっともっとね、テス
I
カトリポカを演じたい
I'd
の
have to
で
get that verified, and if it
応援
is
よろし
true,
くお
that's
願いし
actually
ます
pretty crazy. It
偉い
means
人よろしく
we're
お願
we're
い
in
し
for
ます
something.
本日は
We're
どう
in
も
for
あ
a
りがとう
lot
ございまし
more.
た。
That is the case.
ありがとうございます。改めまして、安城さん、石川さん、加納さん、そして三上さん、ありがとうございました。大きな拍手でお送りください。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
はい、
Let me
皆様
check
ご
what
覧いただき
the
ましてありがとうございました。
what
ちょっ
the
とね、
Twitter
オー
is
バーしてしまったんです
saying
け
right
ど
now.
最後に私から明日の配信番組についてご案内ございます。それでお願いいたします。明日ですね、8月3日日曜日16時15分からフェイトグランドオーダーカルデア放送局10周年スペシャルが配信予定です。そしてこちらの方もお願いします。豪華出演者を迎えましてですね、FGO プロジェクトに関する、情報や FGO のゲーム最新情報をお届けできればと思います。事前放送16時5分からとなっておりまして、配信番組ではリポストキャンペーンの方も実施いたします。最大10万リポスト達成で青少石20個プレゼントになりますので、ぜひ皆様ね、こちらのリポストキャンペーン参加いただければと思います。対象ポスト2件に分かれております。12時20分頃と16時に投稿いたしますので、ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。FGO フェス2025、1日目ですけれども、続いてまいります。たくさんの展示やステージございますので、最後までお楽しみいただければ幸いです。本日発表しました最新情報をはじめ FGO に関する情報につきましては、ゲーム内のお知らせや公式ホームページのニュース、LINE 公式 X、そして TikTok などで随時発信してまいりますので、まだフォローしていないよという方はクラブカルデアのチャンネルの方もね、合わせてぜひフォローしていただければと思います。ということで本日はご覧いただきましてありがとうございました。
Oh, Huyon Cho. I'm seeing Kita-Sean saying Huyon Cho's a welfare as well. That's pretty crazy, actually. There's a very good chance there's a very, very good chance there's a third summer 5-star then. That they have. I don't know if they'll announce it tomorrow. That might be saved for a surprise for the event itself, even. But there is a genuinely not zero chance we have a third summer 5-star at this point. Okay, this starts in 10 minutes and it's more of an 11 stream. I'm not gonna boot up any games right now because we only have 10 minutes, but yeah, no, we're gonna get another banner tomorrow, but only one Gacha SR is not something they've ever done before. And it makes no sense to announce only one of the Gacha SRs if you have a second banner that you're going to go over as well. That's weird. I'm pretty sure we're repeating Summer 8, where there is going to be another, there will be a second Summer 5-star, most likely. Most likely. No guarantee. Zero guarantee there. But that's right now my prediction if Huyon Cho is the welfare. I'm actually happy for welfare Huyon Cho too, because I've come to Huyon Cho is one of those weird servants I use way more than than I thought I would in NA. So I'd be pretty happy with it if we get welfare Huyon Cho. I'm gonna keep looking at more sources here, maybe because sometimes you know how misinformation works. One person says one thing and suddenly everyone's biased to hear the same thing and misunderstands it, or maybe it could have been a misspeak. But I'm inclined to believe it now. So I would just say keep an eye out for it. Never get used to patterns in Type Moon. That is true, Tacos. It still doesn't make any sense to only reveal 2 parts of the banner. And if they did it for the 5-star, that would make some sense to me. Like if they only showed off Huyon and a 4-star today. Or if they showed off 3 4-stars, that'd be one thing. Because then it makes sense. You want to save like the big names for the anniversary sometimes, but for 5-stars, yeah, no, I'm pretty. I'm gonna be the one 4-star on a banner thing is just not something FGO has done with its business model on their summer banners, except for that one time they did 3 banners. And that'd still be like a not looking for patterns in FGO thing. This is not a pattern. This is a one-time thing still. So we'll see. But like for me, that's where the tea leaves are pointing, is we might get another 5-star. Welfare. Okay. Yeah, I don't know my kanji, so if that is in fact the case, and that's probably the case at this point, I'm willing to at this point take that at face value. Just want to get extra verification. Then, yeah. Well, we didn't get the Valkyries reveal along with Gareth and Proto Merlin, but at the same time, the Welfare has kind of always been a slippery one. I think we've had some anniversaries where it's revealed in the anniversary event, some anniversaries where it's revealed in the staff talk, some anniversaries where it's not revealed until right before the event. Hakuno, we didn't know it was the Welfare until the event was already over, and we were on to the main interlude. So the Welfares can be moved around and toyed with pretty easily, just depending on where they want to announce it. The rest of that was a banner, though. So I'm pretty well, like, I'm leaning towards there's probably a third banner. Just because that's financially. That's the financial right move to make. Now, do I know that third banner could be doing? No, not at all. It could very well be that third banner is not even a summer banner, but more a banner, like maybe they introduce a non-summer servant in the summer event or something. I don't know. I'm not going to try predicting a pattern here, but I do think we're getting an extra servant compared to normal years if we're only getting one 4-star. Hakuno's shaky, but we kind of have to. That Hakuno serves that purpose, though. It's weird, but Hakuno does serve that purpose. So this next stream is Type Moon Times. This is where you're going to see the general Type Moon news. It is possible they can save some stuff like a trailer for a game or something for the FGO Fest itself. That's what they did with the... I want to say that's what they did with the Extra Record trailer last year. But especially on like the visual novel front, this is what you want to pay attention to. My guess right now is the big easy announcement. The only thing we're guaranteed here is a Hollow Ataraxia release date. My prediction is sooner rather than later, but Tacos did in the Discord bring up the fun possibility that they push it out to October to be cheeky. Saber Lily was the same, yeah. Difference is, though, Saber Lily, you could get all of her copies in the event that they finally released her in, even though she was... Because that event was sort of a catch-up event for people that didn't pre-register. Saber Lily was distributed as a pre-registration gift to begin with. And then Saber Wars 1 came around, and if you didn't get her in pre-registration, or even if you got her in pre-registration, you can get your extra copies of her, or you could actually... And you can get any copies at all of her during Saber Wars in its rerun. It was only later that she was added to the friend point summoning, and then she set the standard for Habitrot and the Hakunos. Oh, hi! I see MP in chat. MP spotted in chat. Dear God, the English. There's a lot more English in this chat right now than JP. What in the world? I was not expecting the amount of English in this in the FGO Fest chat. Other possible things you could see here is Extra Record does have another trailer. It's just been exclusive to the Wada Arco showcase, to my understanding. At least that's what I've understood, is that there was another trailer there, just like there was before. They could totally show that off here or in the FGO Fest stage tomorrow. And then obviously on everybody's mind are the Strange Fate is its own panel, but the Mihoyo movie and Red Garden are like wild cards here. Don't expect them to show up, but one of these years, there's a good chance this is where one of them might show up. Mihoyo movie I'm a little less inclined towards seeing here, or in one of these Type Moon Times broadcasts during one of the FGO fests, just because it feels like movies and anime, like, they largely get their biggest news at New Year's during the TV broadcast. But it's not impossible. And Red Garden in particular, though, will probably get announced at a Type Moon Times event like this, most likely during Anniversary. Maybe hinted at beforehand, but it would be something like this, and you're probably not going to expect it. This is obviously the big one, because it's like 10th anniversary of FGO, woo, but that doesn't mean a lot for Tsukihime itself, so I don't know if they're going to try riding that hype wave of FGO, or if Nasu's even finished Red Garden. But if it's going to get announced anywhere this year, it's here. Oh, I see in the JP chat someone brought up the Melty news. This is also where Melty news would be if we're going to get any new Melty stuff. Do I expect new Melty stuff? God, no. I think I think people are overanalyzing stuff with the Melty Blood. Was it director or the Melty Blood? Someone involved with Melty Blood saying Melty's not over yet. But if we're going to get more Melty stuff, this is where we're probably getting more Melty stuff as well. That said, there's other opportunities for that too. Like, that's the kind of stuff that can also come New Year's. That can also come in... That can even come at EVO, for God's sake. We've done Melty trailers at EVO. Type Moon Moneymaker turns 10. Yep. What you shouldn't expect is any... Well, no, you can expect localization news, I guess. They actually do sometimes drop localization news on Type Moon Times if they're releasing a product and they want to specify that that product also releases in... it has worldwide language support. They like to put that... Even if it's a JP broadcast, they'll say that. We often get announcements for localizations first in the JP broadcast, actually. And then it's never officially confirmed in the English broadcast, but it's known. It's known. In theory, we're starting in a single minute. Okay, I was going to say, I don't recognize this theme. This is Hollow Ataraxia. Okay, I'm really feeling that Hollow Ataraxia, release date coming in this. Because they're opening this with Hollow Ataraxia music. Now there's FGO music. This is Grailfront music. I remember Grailfront because Grailfront likes to do the bagpipes. Oh, it's way too loud. The audio balancing on this one's awful. Guys, you need to go into OBS and turn down your background music. Look, here you go. I see this chatter here. Arthur, he's got the right idea. Set your expectations high. Mihoyo 2 confirmed. Red Garden confirmed. Totally happening this stream. Okay, they've muted the music a little bit. Oh no, it's still way too loud.
FGO フェスに集まり試食。これより円卓会議を開始する。出席者は
I do need to have my finger on desktop audio though, because this is another one of those where literally this on even more so in the staff talk, literally anything can play. I don't think we're getting a new Grailfront after that. I think that's just stock footage. But I do think the Karen track leading that, when it's never been in a rotation, is a pretty good indicator that we're getting Hollow Ataraxia. If we do get a Grailfront here, it's because they announced a collab with Hollow Ataraxia that turns out to be a Grailfront. That would be how you get another Grailfront. Grailfront spin-off game? That'd actually be pretty fun. But didn't Samurai Remnant kind of, sort of, maybe do that a tiny bit? Not really, but similar ideas. Can we just get a mobile game that's just Samurai Remnant's grill fonts?
いいステージですね。皆様ありがとうございます。いいステージでしょ。ヒロインズのお三方は昨年自分が用意したみたいな言い方してますけど。違いますけどちょっと。初参加の。
Karen and Mazette's VA's being on stage does not surprise me in the slightest. Look, if you thought this wasn't going like the big ticket item was not Hollow Out Roxia today, you're kind of kidding yourself. It was Hollow Out Roxia. That was going to be at this stream, Hell or High Water. Now, release dates were the question. I have a feeling next year is either going to, if we actually get Red Garden next, like in the next year or two, next year could be Tsukuhime focused, or it could be Mihoyo focused, if they want to do it with the Mihoyo movie. But it's always going to be built around the biggest, like, non-FGO project that they've got going. And right now, it's the Hollow Out Roxia remaster with their highest profile. Here's the Hollow Out Roxia trailer. I'm going to obscure this and mute this just for a minute. I'm not worried too much about it, but last thing I need is for a new anime drop or something in there to be. They're talking over it, too. I don't even need to mute this. This is just the same trailer, except they're talking over it. I can... Rent in a box. Okay, I can give you guys this. It's just visual novel.
自分のペースで。はい。お願いしますね。はい。変なコールとか入れないでね。はい。振りじゃないからね。はい。いきます。では、皆さん続いてご挨拶いただきましょう。まずは松風さんから。
This might have been an accident. I don't know if they meant to play this over. Usually they like to be quiet while they're running the trailers, even if it's a trailer we've all seen a million times.
よろしくお願いします。お願いします。フェス初参戦ありがとうございます。あ、そうだよね。お会いできて嬉しいです。すごいね、すごい盛り上がりですね。
8-7, what I say, it's coming soon. It is coming. August 7th, right there. I should have made a bet with you, Tacos. I should have made a bet with you. I should have made a bet with you, Tacos. Also, fuck me. Quick update on my Fate Stay Night script, by the way. I've started it again from scratch, or not from scratch. I actually kept good chunks of it in there, but I've got a better flow on it now. I'm actually making good progress. In one day, I restarted my script on both the prologue and the Fate route, and I managed to catch up to where I was before, off of like 3 or 4 days of work before on that. So I'm making progress. I think I'm actually happy with where the script's going now. Maybe I think I'll aim to have the Fate Stay Night review out in time for Hollow Out Roxia. There's my new goal. Oh wait, no, I can't. It literally comes out in 6 days. Scratch that. I'm not even gonna have the Excel Umbral Star video out by then. This is what happens when I slack around. This is absolutely what happens when I slack around. I'm gonna buy it, but I don't think I can actually bring myself to play it till I finish the Stay Night review. It just sucks because I actually want to read it. I'm excited for that one because I've never read, or I don't know much about Hollow Out Roxia other than like the bare basics of the story. Next week, let's go. If they do that, I'll buy it, even if I've already bought them digitally. That's never stopped me before.
だからもう元気爆発ですよ私は。
ありがとうございます。大中さんは FGO フェスはね何回か登壇されてると思いますけど、どうですかこれ久しぶりに。
Oh God! There's that guy in chat right now begging for a PlayStation port. It's right there. There's a PlayStation port of Hollow Out Roxia. Hollow Out Roxia will be on the PlayStation, even though Fate Stay Night was not. It's right down there. You can see it. PlayStation. You guys are. There's going to be a PlayStation port of Hollow Out Roxia. Which makes it even more wild that Fate Stay Night wasn't on the PlayStation. Oh wait, no, it's not up here. I don't know. I'm so confused. PlayStation was right there. Why was it? Was that like previously like based off the PlayStation version?
何年も来れると思いますが、私
I'm
には呼
lost.
ばれない可能性あります。
I'm lost. Why did that say PlayStation?
楽しんで帰ろう。
Ah, I was talking about the origin of the port from the Vita. Okay. Sorry, rip PlayStation fans. Got your hopes up.
ファーストステージなんでね、これがね。お手柔らかにお願いします。
はい、では早速。
Look, I'm not actually translating anything in Japanese right now. My Japanese is not great. It's never been great. I can only get bits and pieces.
そうなんですよね。はい。
I have never. There's a reason I went into this like I am not a live translation stream. Speaking of, I need to reopen Trubs' stream. I closed Trubs' stream and I don't have moments like that.
決めるトークをしていき、この場で結論を協議していくコーナーになります。
なるほど。
はい。まあやってみましょうかね。
そうですね。
な感じが。ではまずこちらの競技から。
Possibly.
今年の夏行くなら海と山どっち？
あら結構広いことを広いテーマ
No,
になりました。
no two windows open. I'm telling y'all right now, those audio issues are all Type Moon side. Let me listen on Trubs' stream here, but I'm fairly confident. Sorry, I'm muting this on your side so I can not hear double.
山一択ですね。
一択なんでですか？
はい。山はやっぱりこう
Wait,
高
what?
地に行くことになるので。
No, this. You're right. You guys are right. You were fucking right, Tacos. You win this one. You win this one, Tacos. You were right. I was like, why are they talking over the Hollow Ataraxia trailer? They weren't. I'm just stupid.
そことのこのやりとりが回を重ねるごとにこう深まっていくというか、あとはちょっとこうなんていうんだろう。 つながりが深くなるようなシーンとかもあって、それをこうどういう表現の仕方で演じることで、もともとその声がついていなかったカレンから愛してくださってる方にこう
Do they have two broadcasts running at once right now? Or is that just a redirect to a VOD?
そのあたり那須さんからディレクションとかも結構あったりしたんですかね。
そうですね。感情の出す振り幅というか。 そこのこう制限をどういう幅で設けていくかっていうのを
Yeah, no, I just redirected to a VOD. That's embarrassing. Yeah, sorry guys if you're listening to my stream. That was a top 10 NikNak blunders moment. As I'm sitting here criticizing them for their audio being too loud. No, I'm just stupid. I am just an idiot.
はい、ありがとうございます。 ということですね。では続いてはこちらと。
There's no second stream. I just looked at FGO's channel. They're not doing that.
バゼットなんですけど、渡辺さんの方からバゼットについて、はい。
バゼットさん、そうですね。収録の思い出がとにかく痛かったっていうのがなんかその。 何度も痛い思いをするので
Changing topic back to PlayStation. I'm not actually that mad that they're not releasing these on the PlayStation. I'm more mad they're not releasing these physically because I would love to own the Switch copy physically. But I read most of my visual novels on the Switch too. The PlayStation copies I have for Tsukihime and Mihoyo are just shelf pieces. I've lent Seki the PlayStation copy of Mihoyo before, but they're just shelf pieces and lending pieces.
はい、ありがとうございます。4日間
So I don't actually mind if that they're not releasing on PlayStation. I don't think I've ever read a visual novel on PlayStation.
どんだけ戦えばいいのよと。
Carlos, it's too late. I am the clown.
では続いてはこちら。はい、アベンジャーですね。はい、バゼット契約者サーバントというところで、まあこのキャラクター紹介上だと。 Now
here's the real question. Is there going to be another stinger? Because last year, Hollow Ataraxia was, if I'm not wrong, last year Hollow Ataraxia was a stinger towards the end of the broadcast. Will they have another stinger this year? And what will it be? I don't think so. At this point, I think we are pretty well into this broadcast. The only thing giving me pause is how quickly they pulled the trigger on the Hollow Ataraxia release date. They could have drawn that out a bit if this is all they were going to do. But then again, that's not necessarily the point of these broadcasts. The stuff I'm talking about right now is the point of these broadcasts, the interviews. I don't have the Japanese skills to fully appreciate these.
前回フォロープレイしてた人います？
But yeah.
半分くらいはもしかしたら初めてフォロープレイしてくれる方になるかもしれないですね。そうだね。じゃあ確かに
Yeah.
どこまで言っていいか
Look, if they end up
悩んだよね
turning back around and doing a physical release with Fate Stay Night and Hollow Aroxia, regardless of what console's available, and I'm picking it up for a shelf piece.
私たち
'Cause
は
I like having these things physically.
そうね。なので、はい。
ということでまとめていただきまして、知りすぎているということでまとめていただきまして、はい、ありがとうございます。
That's why I have Samurai Remnant 3 times now. Once for Steam, once for PlayStation to play it on release, and once physically. Probably buy it a 4th time if it runs better on Switch too. I just haven't felt like it
こちら
yet.
の PV の方ご覧ください。
PV. I'm gonna mute this. Oh, I don't need to mute this. Is that a new minigame? Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've heard of this one. Is this new or is this an old one? Okay, it's old. Okay. Okay, no, so... Guys, this means that multiplayer Ilya's Castle streams for the channel are on the table. Like for the 4 of us on the channel, could totally do it. I've never heard of the Shrine Maiden one though. Actually, I'll admit that. But yeah, no, that actually looks pretty good. But yeah, no, we could totally play this on the channel. I'll get the other 3 for this, kicking and screaming if I have to. I've got the Switch controllers for it. Get it on PlayStation too.
キャラの顔好きだったなあ。もうすごい全部入っちゃうんじゃないですか。ねえ。
Oh, it doesn't do multiplayer? Never mind then. That's my mistake. Guess not. The dream is dead, guys. The dream is dead.
もう何もかもが懐かしいんですけど。
I don't know very much about Hollow Aroxia if you guys couldn't tell. I have heard of the Hanafuda minigame. A glorified extra you unlock as you play the game. Okay.
はいという PV になっております。
楽しそう。
はい。
ミニゲームも結構難易度が高かったり、これはこれで独立して面白いですからね。すごい取り込んでるよね。
No capsule servants, stray Meridoc. I can see why they didn't though, because they have the app version of that they push a lot. The app version of that's kind of the primary version of capsule servant they do now. They push that during the Karen release. So I can see why they wouldn't necessarily feel like putting it on the Hollow Aroxia as well, the remaster.
飛び出せ超時空トラブル花札道中記エクセリオンも追加されましたというところになっております。はい。なので先ほどの動画のようにですね、ステイナイトのギルとゼロのギルとフェイトゼロのギルの対決みたいなこともできると。はい。
それが今回初の
そうですね。はい。
システムなんですか。あ、すごい。
2つのタイトルというかミニゲームを横断してフリー対戦ができると。はい。で、一つ注意事項としてはですね、カプセルサーバントビータ版の方に収録されていたものに関しては、ステイナイト15周年記念としてですね iOS と Android ですでに配信中というところになっておりますので、今回は収録されておりませんというところになっております。
チビキャラの可愛いゲームなんでぜひ遊んでいただきたいです。
はい、ぜひそちらも iOS 版と Android 版。
Never make an assumption on Type Moon's release strategy based off of global.
配信のガイドラインの方についても
Never make an assumption about stuff like that based off of global.
はい、こちら全編にあたり配信 OK というところになっております。はい、ただしネタバレありというところの記載は
That would be funny, Zerhura. I don't know. That's an the summer servers don't really have a rhyme or reason, do they? Though. Very rarely they give us a good reason for these. Licensed music. Tacos, do I need to be muting something?
あとはですね、楽曲が入っているものに
I see. Broken Night, Hollow World, Open the Doors. I see what you're
部分
talking
がご
about.
ざいまして、そちらの部分をミュートにするなどして、対策いただければと思います。
要注意ですね。
はい。そしてですね、こちらもございます。はい、FGO 内でのキャンペーンも決定しました。
What is this?
はい、ありがとうございます。8月7日の発売日にですね、ログインしていただいた方にですね、先ほどの書き下ろしのビジュアルの方の概念映像の方をプレゼントいたします。
Okay, so it's a login bonus.
はい、ぜひ
I've got Trubs going in one
発売
year.
日は、どちらもチェックしていただければと思います。
お願いします。
はい、以上、フェイトフォローアトラクシアリマスタードの情報でした。はい、ではですね、せっかくキャストの皆様にお越しいただいているということもございまして、
They just said that's it for Hollow Roxia remaster information.
フォローでの推しポイント。
Now I should keep my finger on the desktop because I don't think this
はい、
broadcast
こ
is
ちらですね、
quite
事
over.
前に皆様からですね、はい、アンケートでですね、ご自身のキャラクターの推しポイントというところをいただいておりまして、ご紹介していければと思います。はい、ステージ尺の方じっくりいけるということなので、はい、皆様じっくりお話しいただければと思います。
はい。
ではまずは、こちらのスライドになります。
はい。
はい、可愛いということで、セイバーなので川澄さんお願いします。
私です。そうですね。はい。普通の女の子をしているセイバーは尊いのです。ということで、やっぱり自分がこうステイナイトを収録してる時に。なんかこうずっとやっぱり、厳しい聖杯戦争なのでセイバーはこう眉が上がってる表情が
I don't know what they've said about Hollow Autoroxia.
フォローになって
And they said something about Fate Stay Night, or they said that it was okay to stream Stay Night. I'm sure I'll find out pretty quickly about Hollow Autoroxia streaming rights. I don't think I'll be streaming Hollow Autoroxia. Longer visual novels just aren't. I don't have enough time to stream consistently enough to make longer visual novels work when I want to be finishing them quicker. That's why I didn't stream Fate Stay Night, even though I 100% couldn't, because we would have been on Fate Stay Night for a solid 2 years or so. Granted, it's taken me a solid year to get a Fate Stay Night video out, so it didn't speed things up that much in the long run, but shush.
普通の女の子の時間っていうのが本当に尊くて、なんかこう
British 'cause you can't.
楽しいんだけどちょっと
Because you can see her
う
play
るっとくるようなそんな思いで収録してました。
逆にステイナイトのやはり長い間の収録があったからこその
そうですね。
ギャップのところで、
Justice.
やっぱりこれは結構ギャップがありましたよね。
あった。
For shame, justice.
なんかはっちゃけて幸せでいいんだみたいのはあったので、はい。
はい、ありがとうございます。というところでセイバーのご紹介でしたと。では続いてこちらになります。
はい、私です。
どっちの
リンもいいです。アトラクシアのリンって、いつもともとセブってるんだけど、実はちょっと違う一面もあるよっていう女の子なんですけど、アトラクシアのリンは本編のリンももちろんなんだけど、やっぱりシリアスな時は相変わらずかっこよくって、でちょっと抜けてる時は、さらに可愛らしく描かれているっていうのがアトラクシアのリンだと思っています。戦闘の時はアーチャーとまた戦えるんだと思ってそれだけですごく嬉しかったのを収録時覚えてるんですけど、ギャグのところがアトラクシアは結構可愛らしくって、さっきあやさんも言ってたけど、ワクワクザブーンに遊びに行って浮き輪でプカプカしてたりとか、ああいうシーンは本編でなかったので、演じながらこういう日常の世界線もあるんだな。
Most I read about, I recognize that. That's Callie Ruby. I knew Callie Ruby came from Hollow Autoroxia.
このゲームでいうと遠坂神社も収
そう
録されてますか。
お賽銭さっきゲームで流れたと思うんですけど、
That's like, I'll admit, if there's any scenes that have been spoiled for me in Hollow Autoroxia, it's Rin in a Box. I know about Rin in a Box.
見たことある方いらっしゃると思うんですけど、これが元ネタだったんですよね。でフォローは結構リンがいつもの赤と黒の衣装以外のお洋服を着ていることも多いので、そういう衣装も見るポイント。
Yazzer, her, you didn't know? That's the entire.
はい、ありがとうございます。 やはりもともと
Rin has Ruby canonically in a box.
というところなのでキャラクターの別側面が見れるというところが、
そうですね。まあこのイラストとかもちょっとやばそうな左側はね。
What's more surprising, the fact that Rin has Ruby, or the fact that Ruby still exists in the Fate timeline?
多いですね。そうなんですよ。私やっぱりこのステッキが出てくるプリズマエリアのイメージとかすごく強いから。
They just mentioned Prisma Ilia. I heard that.
なんだいさっきシリアスになって話をしてたけど、あ、そういやバゼットそんなキャラだったなってこのフォローの話をもう一回やりますよって聞いて改めて
Yes, Tacos, I'm aware that it's one of the most important chapters in Type Moon. Look, Ren in a Box is not all spoiled for me at once. Ren in a Box was spoiled for me piecemeal by piecemeal. First looking into Ruby, then looking into Shiro's new stuff for the Muramasa video, as well as the Type Moon sphere freaking out when the Shiro stuff was coming out for the some Shiro stuff was coming out recently. So I am not surprised that Rin in a Box is unironically one of the most important Type Moon things right now. Don't feel sorry for Ruby Zahara. That's how Ruby gets you.
桜はこう日常のこうパートに多く出てくるキャラクターだったりとか、あとはどっちかっていうと守ってもらうようなイメージの強いキャラクターなんですけど、こうやって最前線でライダーと共に戦う。本当にマスターとサーバントとしての関係性でこうやって描かれてるのがすごく珍しくて、またこの衣装がすごくかっこよくて、私はこの桜が大好きなので、はい、推しポイント。
I'm pretty sure doesn't Rin in a Box also have ties to, is it Chibi Hika maybe? The cell phone guy?
演技だったりとか何か違いを意識されたことはあるんですか？
でもなんかこう戦闘シーンだからといって急にキャラが変わるようなことはないんですけど、
If Ruby was active, very, very different.
精一杯戦ってるっていうような感じがこう垣間見れるかなっていうような、はい、そういうお芝居をしておりました。でもほとんどが日常パートだったんですよ。ほとんど多分9割ぐらい台本こうね、読んでも9割くらいがこうのほほんとした日常パートをずっと繰り返してこのキャラとこのキャラの組み合わせがすごく珍しいっていうような2人のエピソードを見られたりとか、本当にそういうお話が多い中で、ね、なんかこう進めていくとこんなようなワンシーンも見られたりするので、ぜひ、はい、進めてほしいなと思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。では続いてはこちらになります。
はい。いや、皆さんがワクワクザブーンですか？すい
ません、浮かれてて、
本当ザブーンをしてる裏でキャッキャしてたんです。でも普段はね。
Oh, sounds to me like you're gonna need to read the scene, Lemmick Palm.
ワクワクザブーン感ゼロの夜側におりまして、その中でもやっぱ、
Rin gets trapped in a box. That's the scene.
思っております。で、なんか会話するキャラに結構なんて言うんだろう、ドカンと言ってしまうときは言ってしまいざわつかせるじゃないですけど、でもそれにもね、はい、いろんな理由があって、やっぱりね、カレンさんは本当誰よりも
I'm pretty sure her Callie Ruby form does actually give her cat ears too.
女性ではありますけど、
U-ball.
誰よりもこう痛みを知ってるからこそ、
Like you might be onto something here.
人間が悪いんです、すべて。はい、という。
Thank you, Frostshard. You remembered.
はい、すべては人が悪いっていう。
人が悪いという推しポイントで、はい。はい。ありがとうございます。ということでですね、続いて、こちらになります。
はい。バゼットさん、意外と乙女。なんか打ち合わせの時にそれこそこれがギリギリだと言われこれ以上は語るなと。ランサーへの憧れ。あとはみんな遊んでください。いやでも
Ruby is on. Ruby is on to Rin.
やっ
Ruby knows Rin's true
乙女
nature.
だし女の子らしさがあるなと演じてて思ってたんですよね、バゼットさん。まあ
I'll be real here.
やっ
Like
ぱりイリアだったり
that might be
ちょ
it
っと
for
脳筋で
everything
突っ
today.
走って
Really,
る部分の
right
印象
now,
が強いとは思うんですけど
unless you can speak Japanese or if you're listening to the Trub live translation interview of the interview, which I'm not, I would make you. I would not be reacting to a reactor.
乙女だよね。
ありがとうございます。
It's not. You're not gonna get that much out of this specifically.
そうで、
So I hope for your guys' sake, like if you're, if you, I hope you either double back for the Trubs interview that you have, if you're able, if you're Japanese, like actually understand Japanese, or you can, because like I'm sure this is very, very interesting. The JP interviews are usually much better than the NA ones because they have more time to work with.
そうだから発売
Future Rin tells present Rin it's not tsundere
ネッ
time.
トだったりこう紹介が載るじゃないですか。それこそセイバーがサッカーしてる絵とか見ててきて、こんなシーン知らないんだけどってすごく思ったの。そんな話だったっけみたいな。そう、あれこんなシーンどこって思ったよね。
思った。でもなんかそれがフォローの魅力でもあるかなとは思いますね。本当に昼と夜で全然もう趣が違って、まあ楽しい時癒される時は思いっきり癒されて、で夜はちょっと痛い思いをそうねいただいて。確かに。
ね、なんか我々は逆にステイナイトの本編で、もう散々こうなんだろう激しい戦いと黒い戦いを行った後にこの収録だったじゃないですか。
I don't know. We
だから
might
なん
be.
かこんな幸
I don't
せ
see anything
な
crazy
世界
getting
観がある
announced
の
today.
か
Like
っていう
it is FGO's 10th anniversary. Wild cards are on the table, and like they're gonna. I feel like we're gonna get at least one crazy wild card by the end of tomorrow's fest. Which right now I'm leaning on it being that third servant, the third 5-star.
昼と夜のこの
But
ギャップっていうのも
I'm not.
ねポイントかなっていう
I
ふうに思
don't
い
think
ます
that wild card's going to be anything like Red Garden. I think we're already kind of filled up on anime production and strange fake panels tomorrow. I'm not feeling anything crazy with this panel coming. At this point, we're probably pretty done with the major announcements for today.
はいでは続いてですね、タイプムーン関連のインフォメーションをお送りします。
Here it is though. If we're gonna have something crazy
まず
new,
は先日タイプムーンエースボリューム17
start paying
発売となり
attention.
ました。
Same magazine, Type Moon
10
Times,
周年を記念した大特集などを収録
or Type Moon Ace. This is Ace. Type Moon Ace. Times is the broadcast. Ace is the
収録
magazine.
されているというところになっております。
Yes, there are 2 episodes of Fujimaru doesn't get it season 3 already. They dropped both those during the Fujimaru broadcast.
はい、現在開催中のですね、崩壊スターレール、フェイト、ステナイト、アニメットブレードワークスのコラボが開催中ですが、セイバーのフィギュア化が決定しました。
No, Hoyo, no matter how many times you put the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab in front of my face, I am not downloading Honkai Star Rail.
今回のコラボで違っているというところで、非常に
I don't have time
ですけども
or money.
フィギュア化ということで、川澄さん、いかがですか？
これ初めて
Look, Dakota Freight Requiem Volume 3 got announced. I might scream. I might get evicted for sound complaints here and now. But the best place for Requiem Volume 3 to get announced for the anniversary event was going to be the Type Moon Ace. And that didn't happen. In fact, it wasn't even an interview with Meteor. I was hoping it'd be at least an interview with Meteor so we can confirm Meteor still has this series on his mind. It was an interview with the artist who also does FGO stuff. And they talked about FGO stuff as well, so yeah, I've lost a little bit of hope on Requiem this time. Oh, I think we're outroing this.
はい、ではステージの感想をですね、こちらじっくり皆様からご挨拶の方をいただければと思います。まずは縄留さんからお願いします。
はい、バゼットフラガルマクデミツ役の縄留ひとみです。本当に
Would not have been enough to get you to come back.
ね、頑張ったアタラクシアを皆さんに新しくリマスター版として
My thoughts on the collab are it's cool. I'm happy for fans of Hoyo and Fate, but like I'm not gonna download a game just to play a collab, a one-off collab, by the way. Just to get the characters in the game that I would probably never play again afterwards. Because I don't really have the time to get fully invested in a game like Honkai. I already got FGO as a grindy gacha game. I already got a lot. I already experiment with other gacha games. It would just not be worth it to go through that just for that one event. It's nothing against Honkai. My brother loves Honkai. He plays Honkai and FGO. I know Honkai is supposed to be pretty good, but I'm not pressed is the problem. Yeah, I have heard that the story's not particularly great. I heard for a Honkai event, it's an alright story, but for like compared to FGO's, a lot of FGO's more recent events, it feels it kind of falls flat for FGO fans and fake fans. U-Ball, is that a burn on Nady or a burn on me? Why is Nady catching strays like this? That's something you drop on Seki, not Nady.
ありがとうございました。では下谷さんお願いいたします。
はい、皆様本日はありがとうございました。私ホローアトラクシアが本当に大好きで、こうやってね時を経てこのメンバーでこうやってステージに立てたことも嬉しかったですし、8月7日発売が本当に心から楽しみです。先ほどまだプレイしたことがないっていう方たちもたくさんいたんで、ぜひ楽しんでください。めちゃくちゃ面白いんでそしてもう本当ここだけの話なんですけど、なんかこうフォローがね、なんかいろんな形で続いていってほしいなっていう野望が実は私あって、
ここだけじゃなくても全世界に行って
大きい声で言って大丈夫？
Yeah, this stream's probably ending relatively soon. It's only scheduled. The next stream's scheduled to start at 12:30 or at 11:30. I mean. And yeah. Oh, you guys always have my permission to roast Seki. You have my permission to roast me.
はい、ありがとうございます。では上田さんお願いし
Feel
ます。
free to roast us.
遠坂凛役上田かなです。今日は FGO フェスに遊びに来ていただいて、そして
I've heard the units are great. I heard the units are great. Like if you're a Honkai player, they're good units.
本当に昼と夜の温度差がかなり激しい作品で、1本で2本分ゲームを遊んでいるような盛りだくさんな内容になっております。ぜひ昼も夜も違う意味で楽しんでもらえると嬉しいです。そしてね、さっきどんどんいろいろ何々化してほしいって言ってて、ダウンロードコンテンツとかでね、ナイトプールやればいいんじゃないですか？
いいですね。やった、フェイトステイナイトプール。フェイトステイナイトプール。なんかちょっとそれって。
Prepare the NikNak roast.
逆にもうそういうイベントにしたらいいんじゃない？プール貸し切って。ちょっとフェイトステイナイトプール。ナイトプール。オフラインじゃない？
Yeah, Frostwood, I'm really thanking you for that because you saved me from having to do either a lot of research or download a gacha game.
じゃあ次回はぜひナイトプールでお会いしましょう。そしてこの後私とのりちゃんとアミクラブカルデアの方にもお邪魔しますので、そちらの方もぜひチェックしてくださると嬉しいです。今日はありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。それでは最後に川澄さんの方からお願いいたします。
はい、皆さん今日は、ご来場いただきまして、そして配信をご覧の皆さんどうもありがとうございました。本当にそうですね、私たち会ったらとにかくフォローなんとかなんないかねっていうことをずっと言い続けてて、でタイプムーンの20周年展覧会あったじゃない。あの時にタイプムーンの15周年じゃない？15周年だ。20周年これから来るのよ。ごめん。あの時にちょっとフォローがの舞台を再現してたでした時に、なんかちょっとフォローあるなって思ってて、でも会う時いろんな人に会う時になんかフォローはなんかないんですか？フォローはなんかないんですかって聞いて、今回初めてねリマスターということでやっぱりこう時間が経ってるので触れてこなかった人にまず触れていただいて、でやべえ面白いって多分なると思うので、ここから先フォローがこれから展開をしていったらですね、やっぱりこう2人も
こうフェイトに加わってくれた原点でもありますし、本当になんでしょう、こうファン
Next is the drama log. We're not going to watch the drama log because it's just reenactments of Ordeal Call 4.
やっぱり那須さんだなっていう本当に
Like, I encourage you to go watch it if you've read Ordeal Call 4 and you want, like, it's usually they're pretty good. I love the Avalon the Fae one. They voiced one of my favorite scenes in Avalon the Fae in the Avalon the Fae drama log. But I have not watched, or I have not actually read Ordeal Call 4, and you get even less out of that stream than from me. Like, that's one of the ones where you kind of have to either know Japanese, or even if you go to a translation stream, I feel like something's missing. You either need to know Japanese or you need to watch a re-upload of it with subtitles. Because like, I don't think you necessarily get the same impact hearing Trubs just repeat what's being said to you.
ありがとうございました。それでは皆様、キャストを拍手でお見送りください。
ありがとうございました。
We'll stick around to the end of this, like till the broadcast is done here, but this is not a Nintendo Direct, guys. They don't. We don't just get random one last things.
フォロワートラックシュありますなど、公式 X など、ご覧いただければと思います。それでは皆様ご観覧ありがとうございました。
The only time I've ever seen a Type Moon broadcast do a one last thing was Samurai Remnant's reveal. This is our end screen, most likely, though. Yeah. So that is it for the broadcast stuff tonight, guys. Wait for it to officially end, but this is it. Like, guys, this is it. I have a feeling the hardcore Tsukihime fans are not going to be happy, but it is what it is. Like, you can't build your expectations around a Type Moon event on Nazu's writing schedule. Okay, moving us to just chatting for a second. I don't have too much to say, but I'll give a quick little. I can give a quick little. God, I'm happy to get those off. It's so weird hearing yourself speak with headphones on. Oh, I should also mute my desktop audio, shouldn't I? Just in case this redirects me again. Okay, broadcast officially over. I can get out of that. I'm not clicking into the drama log. No good reason to. I don't have any reaction to the drama log. I will to the music that get performed. I just won't be able to show the music. It'll just be me going like, ooh, ah, oh. But so for today's news, the big things. Obviously, we have the first two episodes of Ritsuka Doesn't Understand. And we also have the buildable figures for like the figure sets for Fate Grand Order. Those, like, the figure sets look pretty nice. I'm happy for like MP, and specifically I know there's a lot of crossover for MP. So if you're a fan of like that figure building and FGO together, that's a really cool announcement. And then obviously our summer servants, the costumes you have. T.H.E, Kukas, and Saito Hajime. And honestly, they're all pretty good looking. I like all three of them. Even T.H.E, so I don't care for his design normally. I actually like his summer outfit, and which might be outfits. I never got full clarification on that, if it was one outfit or two. But I'll look around for that tonight if I can. But yeah, no, T.H.E might have two outfits. And the big one, the big crazy thing everyone was going into today knowing that was going to come. The summer servants. Huyan, who was after Huyan? I know the 5-star, but the 4-star after Huyan was... Fuck, I'm blanking on who the other 4-star was. Huyan. Oh, Crimhild, Underboob, Crimhild, and then Passionlip. Summer Passionlip got announced as a 5-star. That's going to make a lot of people happy. That's also going to scare a lot of people because it's a summer 5-star. if you're a Passionlip fan, your quartz count's going to be aching. You're going to really hope that this anniversary servant is skippable and that the other summers aren't something you want more. Thankfully, my wallet's not hurt this time. This is not a repeat of last year where I'm going in like, oh, Jesus Christ, don't make anything in there crazy. I'll roll on that banner if that's my favorite banner. I like Crimhild. I like Passionlip. I like Huion, but Huion's not actually on the banner. Huion is our welfarer, as far as I can tell, and it seems like that's an accurate translation. Huion was labeled as our welfare servant. There wasn't a lot of fanfare to it, but that's where we're at on that. It's interesting that they dropped her this early. It's not unheard of. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Valkyries and it wasn't Hakuno, and it definitely wasn't Nocnerea. But I'm pretty sure we have had welfares revealed in the staff talk before. Usually when we kind of know they weren't going to double up on the summers, basically another FGO chapter. So it was going to be pretty low key regardless. But that's probably why they're willing to reveal it, because I don't know how involved Huion's actually going to be in the story itself. Like, she'll be the primary servant, but like, think about Summer. I guess the Summer welfares are usually pretty involved, actually. Usually. Yeah, no, I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong on that when I think about it. The Summer welfares are usually the most important servant, so yeah, Huion could be pretty important. But this isn't another one of those like FGO chapter disguised as a summer event things. It's just not happening. It's not happening. But the bigger deal about that though is the fact that only 2 servants were revealed for banner. That either means A, they're hiding a 4-star on us, because summer banners, there's only ever been one exception to summer banners not being 1 5 and 1 4-star, and that was summer 7. Or B, they're doing the summer 7 on us where there's going to be a 3rd banner. I don't know obviously all this is speculation, but I think there's a pretty high chance that we get the servants revealed tomorrow. It might be that tomorrow we get a full 3-person banner revealed, but we're still missing 1 servant. That leads me to believe that I genuinely am speculating here. There's going to be a 3rd banner. You'll be able to tell whether or not it'll be a 5-star and a 4-star or just a 5-star based on how many servants are revealed for Summer tomorrow. Because I think Summer's 2nd banner is usually revealed at Fest before the anniversary servant. I could be wrong on that. I might be wrong on that. I'd have to go back and take a look at last year's Summer to know for sure. I don't remember where BB Dubai got revealed for sure. Gotta go to the Underworld? Maybe. Yeah, and then obviously there wasn't that many big news in Type Moon Times. Most of that was a voice actor interview for Saber, Rin, Sakura, and Bizette's voice actresses. But we did get a release date announcement for Hollow Ataraxia for August 7th, and we do have confirmation that we're getting the Ilia's Castle, Hanafuda, and Shrine Maiden mini games, and not Capsule Servant. Now that we know that for sure, though, I don't know if there is a fan translation of Capsule Servant online, but if y'all are actually curious in me trying it, I would be willing to give that a look at some point. But yeah. Okay. David showing up as a ghost? Not impossible. Could happen. If this event had... You know what? Let me throw this out there. I don't think this event's going to have any story. This summer event that's coming up is going to have any story involvement. I genuinely don't. But if it does, they could easily pull another Indra. And if my speculation is right on that 3rd 5-star banner, that would be like a good way to build us into the Grand Rider fight. I'm not saying it's going to happen. We literally just did that with Indra. It doesn't make that much sense to do it a second time. But we don't count that out. Just, I'd say keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for how they handle the summers tomorrow. If they announce them at all, if it's 3 servants, if it's 1, or if it's 2 servants. Because that's probably going to be pretty telling on how they're going to, if there's going to be anything beyond that. Translated the story by hand. That's funny. Silhouette for Banner 2 before the anniversary servant reveal. Possibly. Gotta go to Hidden Beach. It could. I don't get your expectations up story wise. Like I don't think we're looking at crazy story reveals suddenly for this. That's fair, Nady. I'm gonna get going too. It's late. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I've got an Obon event to go to tomorrow. So I'll see y'all back here tomorrow as early as I can. Basically, when I get back, just like today, if I can go live early and chill with y'all, I'll go live early and chill with y'all. But there's always, I might not make it in time for the Strange Fake panel, which I will react to the Strange Fake panel if I catch it. I just don't know how early I'm going to get here or what we're going to do immediately. It'll depend. I highly doubt I'll be late enough to miss the big panel. But I'll try to get here a little early and chill with you guys for a bit. So we'll see that I'll be back. Have a great one, guys. I hope to see most of you tomorrow or all of you tomorrow if you can make it. If not, thanks for joining me today.